Hello SM Plus community, we are back. Yes. Welcome back. It's been a little while.
It's been a month.
It's been actually a month.
Since our last battle report.
Yeah, it's been a month. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a month.
Yeah, actually a lot of talking.
It's been a great month.
It's been great.
Been a lovely month.
Oh, I wish I had that month again. Right?
No Pardo.
Yeah.
No, I joke. But we are back, and you're back.
Yeah.
So we missed you guys too.
And healthy as well.
Yes.
Which is very important.
Yes.
We weren't doing battle reports because of a lockdown here in Jip.
Yes.
So
that is all cleared now.
Yeah.
And things are looking good.
Yeah.
So we're back in action. And today we are playing Overrun on this beautiful lava field of Imperial, I don't know, facility of some kind with that, what is it called, the Tower of Redemption?
Yeah, Fortress of Redemption, which is actually Dark Angels, isn't it? It's from the Dark Angels.
It is.
Codex. So,
and you have a new Dark Angels now?
Yes, which will be very soon on SM Plus.
Speaking of SM Plus, some of you have been joining, so welcome all the new people that have come along. And for those who don't know, what is SM Plus? Well, it is all the extra content we produce that helps our channel grow and helps us build things like these beautiful armies, keeps the lights on. And we've actually just had a video, the Ultramarines versus, I think it was Necrons.
Today, which will be tomorrow for you.
Yes. So that's out, so you can probably see that when you're looking on the video now. So check that out after you've finished. You can hit the join button or head on to our website if you're interested in more content and obviously helping and supporting the channel.
Yeah.
Now, we go into, it's like my mini birthday.
It is.
It's my mini birthday.
Even I'm excited.
Yes.
Because the Death Guard Codex came out when we were in lockdown, so we actually couldn't play with it. We were just reading and reading and reading and didn't play. And we watched a lot of other battle reports with the people that actually did it, so that was good to see.
And the trouble is that all better players than I am with Death Guard.
Yeah.
However, I will persevere because I am loving this book.
Yes.
It is a lot of fun and it is very interesting and there's some good combos.
Yeah, they've done a great job with the book.
A great job. Yeah. And I hope, this gives me a lot of hope for the Chaos Space Marines Codex in the future when it drops.
Yes,
because
definitely. You can sense a bit of what you're going to get, right?
It's quite granular in the fluff. It complements it quite nicely, and makes it playable as well. You don't want things that are clunky
and strong.
And it's strong.
It's competitive.
And it's strong and competitive.
You can compete.
Now, I won't be competitive.
Yeah, and we've actually brought the Marines. Okay.
Yes.
The Crimson Fist or the Imperial Fist are not in the best place at the moment for chapters in the Marine, but Marines in general, the Codex itself is very good. So we thought, let's bring Marines today to see how tough the Death Guard is. And just a quick mention, big thanks to Games Workshop for sending us the Codex beforehand. Sadly, we were again in the lockdown and couldn't actually preview it, but big thanks to you guys for supporting us and obviously sending us the stuff beforehand.
Indeed, appreciate. So, without further ado, let's go through lists.
Yeah, I think I'll start with mine so we can talk a bit more about the Death Guards.
Okay,
so for today I am bringing a Crimson Fist Battalion Detachment. Starting off with the 2 HQs I've brought today, I've brought a Lieutenant, Primaris Lieutenant, with a Stalker, a Mastercrafted Stalker Bolt Rifle, and then the man himself, the man of the Crimson Fist, Pedro Kantor, primaritized, as you can see now on screen. Beautiful conversion by our friend Antharius, or put his Instagram name because you do have to check out the amazing sculpting this guy does. And I just can't get enough of Pedro Kantor. It's just so much better than the little dwarfy. He's so small. Anyway, he's not my warlord for today. We'll go on to who the warlord is later on. For my troop choices, I've got 5 intercessor squads. So 5 intercessor, 5-man squads.
Wow,
I said it in the end. Let's move on to some fast attack. We do have 2 Outrider units. I believe they're really good. They give me movability.
You believe?
Yeah, I believe because they haven't done that good in other battle reports, but they give me movability, which my list doesn't have. And look, they shoot well. They're good in combat. So I've brought 2 units today. Heavy supports. I have a unit of Eliminators upgraded to have the las fusils. Really good with Super Doctrine, which I have, which got FAQ'd and now has to be a heavy weapon of strength 7 or more. That's why I've implemented a lot of more heavy weapons with that amount of strength. So 3 of those with the last few zills. I've got the Eradicators, which you don't leave home without if you're a Space Marine player.
Yep.
I'm being nice, I've brought a unit of 3 and not the standard 5 that people are bringing. And then I've got last heavy support, I've got a unit of 7 heavy Hellblasters. So I'm really excited about this because they do give out a damage of 3 when they overcharge, and if they're on the heavy doctrine and target vehicles, which there's a couple of, they go to damage 4. I've brought a lot of high damage outputs because, as you know, and probably DC will explain later on, Death Guard now have Disgusting Resilience, has been reworked to give a -1 damage instead of the Fear No Pain. So a lot of high output damage being brought today. Okay, Elite's choices and my Warlord for today. We've got Chief Apothecary Shaggy.
Shaggy's the Warlord.
Yeah, Shaggy's the Warlord for today. Again, I've mentioned Chief Apothecary because you do have to pay the 15 points to just upgrade him.
It makes sense in a way because it's Death Guard, because he's the apothecary come to cure whatever plague we're coming to bring. There you go.
That's good.
Narrative done.
I like that. Yep. So he's been upgraded for the 15 points, and he's been given the free Warlord trait, which is called, and it's the proper Chief Apothecary Warlord trait. It's called Selfless Healer, which makes him, I believe he can heal 2 monarchs instead of 1.
Okay, cool.
And he gets to use the free stratagem to bring someone back to life at full wounds without paying the CP.
Nice.
He's got the Vox Spiritatum for the free relic for this army, and that grants him an extra 3 inches to his aura range, so his Feel No Pain of 6+ is now a range of 6 instead of 3.
Nice.
Okay. And then lastly, we've got the 2 elite slots, which I do have to pay some CP tax with. 2 relic contemptors with dual las cannons. Haven't brought them in a long time. I think it's a good time to bring them in when the Death Guard are here. So yeah, that's my list.
You mentioned 10?
Yeah, I did. 1991. I'm 9 points short, but there's no upgrade I can actually give to anything on here. So yeah, 9 points short. Nothing I can do.
I think that's the 2000.
I'm strong. It's the year 2021. It's a brand new year for the Crimson Fists and for me. So yeah, on to battle we go.
On to battle. Right.
Take us through your list.
Okay, so I won't go into too much detail on the Death Guard. I think that's been done a lot by the other channels.
Yeah.
In quite in depth, so you can check those guys out. They give you overviews of the codex, etc. But I will mention a few bits and bobs. I will caveat as well that we're looking to get a lot more of the elite heroes, elite character slots.
Right?
They are heroes,
yeah.
Which we are lacking at the moment in this Death Guard army. So I think that will really change how we play our Death Guard going forward, and we do plan to get that. Which is why I don't see any today. But I thought I've brought a bit of an elite fun list. It's mainly centered around Mortarion. I've got a battalion and a Supreme Command detachment. Now, in the battalion, I have a Demon Prince. Now, the Demon Prince from Forge World, it didn't come with wings. It comes with a sword. And in 8th and most of 9th, it was kind of like a...
Yeah, it's not from Forge World.
He is Forge World, right?
No, it's Games Workshop.
Is he really?
Yeah, Games Workshop.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he's
interesting. Well, anyway,
he's Finecast, isn't he?
He is Finecast. I always just assumed it was Forge World.
No.
Either way, the one we have, I wasn't a big fan of before because of the sword, etc. I preferred Talon, 2 minute talents, but now it's all changed, and
Sword's better.
He's actually very, very good.
Yes.
With the sword. So I've given him Plaguechosen with him for the Warlord trait.
Okay.
To give an extra 1 for him, which I've given him. I think it's called the vastly hulked. Hulking.
I have no idea. This is the first time I'm playing the new Death Guard, so
it's actually an
I have
older
no
one.
idea.
Hulking Physique.
Okay.
And Hulking Physique gives him an extra wound, and you can't wound him on a 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, so what's that? What the Marines have it?
Transhuman?
Transhuman, yeah.
It's like a transhuman all the time. On top of that, I've given him the relic separating plate, so he has a 2-up save, and he can do only... I chose that as well to show you guys that it's changed now. It's not on a 4-up you get a mortal wound every time you make a save roll. It's now just 1 2-up roll and you get 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
So a bit more reliable, but obviously a lot less in terms of mortal wound output. But it gives him a 2-up save. On top of the Disgustingly Resilient, which you mentioned, which is now, for those who don't know, instead of the 5-up Feel No Pain that they used to get, they now -1 damage.
Yeah.
Which for models with high wound count, now he has 9 wounds with the Warlord trait. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So he's a bit of a tank. And then the Contagion.
He's a tank. He's not a bit of a tank.
Yeah, he's a tank. And with the Contagion thing now, which goes across the whole army, is that again, I won't go into too much detail, but within Battle Round 1 onwards, it increases the aura of the -1 toughness against enemy units. So as soon as he's in combat, it's even easier for him to chop things up. He's an absolute beast. Supporting him in the battalion, we've got the Malignant Plaguecaster. That's what it says on the tin. It is one of my little gripes with the Death Guard book, is that I can't, because originally when I put the list in, I took him and a Chaos Lord, Lord of Contagion, because he's just awesome. But I realised I couldn't take them in the same battalion. Okay. Because of the new rules. I think it's called Jealousy of something. And it basically means you can't do it. So I had to take him a little Plaguecaster. But anyway, he does what he says on tin, casting his powers, doing some bits and bobs. In the troop choices, we have 3 units of 5 Plague Marines. They're now 2 wounds apiece, as we all know. So good. Absolutely love it. It's how they should have been all along, and I'm just glad now that they are. And I'll see what it's like with the 5-up, because I obviously played with the 5-up Feel No Pain as standard when I play Death Guard. So the -1 will be interesting to see if it does play much of a factor in the game, how it does. But that's the 5 squads, just bolters, just 5 in each to keep it nice and cheap. We have 20 Pox Walkers, and I've taken them for one reason and one reason only, because the new stratagem, The Walking Dead, it brings them back, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and the name's so cool as well.
It's so cool. I wish you could have more, but again, one of the new rules is that you can't take more Poxwalkers and cultist units than you have.
I like those little rules that they're putting in.
I do.
It just makes sense.
My only thing is that and it's a very, very small gripe in that sense, is that if I ever wanted to play a more thematic all Poxwalker army,
play Crusade.
Then I'll play Crusade. Job done.
Job done.
Job done. Well done, GW. So that's the troop choices round out 4. We go into the elite slots. We've got 4 elite slots. We've got 10 Blight Lords. 10. I wanted to go hard, like it's Mortarians, like Elite Guard to go with him. I know that's a death round,
cool.
but
that's cool.
10 Blight Lords. We've got 2 with flails. Now they've changed a little bit. And then we've got a Blight Launcher in there as well, and the rest have got combi bolters, axes, and 1 or 2 swords with how we are WYSIWYG'd. Then following along, we've got the 3 Hellbrutes. Yes. Now these are awesome. When I was looking through the codex, it was one of the units that I was like, oh, we have 3 of those in there.
Yeah, because we've got 3 painted up, and we hardly used them because they were rubbish. They were rubbish.
Now, I think they're great for their points value. I think they're about 140 points in this loadout.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm
so
wrong.
Flame of Fist, Dual Las Cannon.
Dual Las Cannon. They are -1 damage, not because of Disgusting Resilient. They don't have that, but they have their own innate.
Like the Space Marine ones have.
So they're -1 to any damage hit against them. Then also, if they take any wounds, so if they drop a wound, they can reroll ones to wound all the time. And that's in shooting everything else from what I could see. So it's actually I think it's pretty.
And they've got a specific stratagem for them as well.
And there's called Fire Fever for 1 CP. Another reason why I wanted to take them, because you can pick a target. You have to shoot that one target, but with all your weapons, but you get +1 to hit and +1 to wounds, hitting on 2s and probably wounding on 2s, especially with the last cannon.
Yeah, definitely.
Really, really good. And they're core, so they get buffs and everything else that comes with it. So, in fact, the whole army is core except for Mortarion and the Demon Prince. Okay. And maybe the Plaguecaster, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, probably. The characters are normally not core.
Yeah, they're not core, but the rest are. So that rounds out the battalion. They're quite expensive when it comes to Blight Lords, 400 odd points. Yeah,
but it's a unit of 10
heavy. But it's a unit of 10, 3 wounds each.
You need a lot of shots to go in there for them to die. 3 wounds each. Yeah. 4 up invulnerable?
Yeah, 4 up invulnerable.
4 up invulnerable, toughness 5.
Absolute
-1 damage. Yeah. Oh, the list just goes on.
Yeah, they're brutal. And then the pièce de résistance, Mortarion. Not my favourite in previous editions and in the early 9th edition, but now, wow.
The unkillable.
The unkillable.
That's his nickname now.
Well, we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Because I'm notoriously bad with Death Guard. I would say.
And rolling saves.
Saying that though, when I'm taking the Malefic Blight Hauler list we had, then it's easier to win because they're just brutal. But I still managed to lose with the 9 Malefic Blight Haulers. So anyway, Mortarion, he is now revamped, and he's got 4 Warlord traits. He's got Arch Contaminator. He's got Living Plague, I think it's called. He's got the Revoltingly Resilient, which is now the 5-up Feel No Pain.
Which was before, I think, was there in the codex as a Warlord trait before.
It was, but as a 4-up.
As a 4-up, yeah.
So now it's just a 5-up.
Yeah.
And then you get to pick one before the battle round starts. And I'm going to pick one from I've taken I believe it's called Mortarion's Anvil.
Yeah.
As the actual plague company.
Yeah, I think that's the one you chose.
And it's called the Glowing Bloat, which is a weird, the Glowing Bloat, which is a weird one. Say that 5 times. Glowing Bloat. No, Glowing Bloat. So basically, it's a contagion like the -1 toughness, and any enemy units within that range can't fire Overwatch or set to defend, which is great when he gets it close up.
Definitely.
And also, each time the model makes an attack against him, they can't re-roll, hit roll, or the wound roll.
Okay.
And that stacks on top of his denying aura on 3 inches, so if characters get into him, etc. It just makes him an absolute tank on top of all of it when he's in combat.
Definitely.
And he is an absolute beast. So looking forward to using him, seeing how he does. And that is the Death Guard. It's actually 2,000 points exactly.
Yeah. Have you gone? Shall we quickly go through the psychic spells? Well, everything has, or
I can probably go through during the game. I mean,
okay. Yeah, that's fine. Like, you've probably given him Miasma of Pestilence.
He's got Miasma of Pestilence. He's got Curse of the Leper, and the third one escapes me. This guy's got Gift of Plagues, which increases the aura now, which is a really cool one. And this guy has Putrescent Vitality, and he has
Blades of Purification?
Blades of Purification, I believe. That's still a thing, yeah. Okay. I believe it might be that one.
Yeah, anyway, you'll see it in the report anyway.
So that's the list. I'm super excited to actually use Death Guard.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We can go into secondaries quickly before the game starts then. I'll start with me. So, for today, I'm going to go with Assassinate, because you do have 3 characters. And what I've done is I've also gone for Arbor the Witch, because you have 3 witches in your list.
I do.
And I don't have any, meaning that every time I kill one of your characters, I'm going to get 6 points instead of 3. Because I'm going to get the 3 points for the Assassinate and the 3 points for killing a Psyker.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. And for my third one, I will go with, what do you call it? The one that you do
Deploy Scramblers.
Deploy Scramblers, that's the one. So I'm going to go for Deploy Scramblers, which give me another 10 points if I do it 3 times in each of the deployment zones, or my deployment zone in the center. So yeah, that's my 3 secondaries.
I'm going for Engage all fronts, because I'm going to have to get out there. Deep striking my Terminators in more likely. So
Morty's moving forward.
Morty's moving forward. Yeah. Everything needs to go forward anyway. So we'll take that. We'll take Grind Them Down, because my stuff's really hard to kill.
Yeah.
Hopefully, his smaller squads.
I'll be able to definitely auto include Grind Them Down.
And then lastly, I'm actually taking the one from the book. There's 3 in here.
Yeah.
And the one I'm taking is called Spread the Sickness.
Yeah, that one's really good.
It's very, very good. You basically have you can cause a contagion on the objective itself. With a roll of 4-up, or if you do D3 wounds to yourself, you can
just do it. And you get 3 points.
3 points, I think. Yeah. Per one, and you can do it once a turn. Going around.
Once you can't do it on the same objective twice, so you have to go around. But if you're like flooding the board,
exactly.
And 3 points is so good for secondary.
Yeah.
Perfect. So there you have it. Those are the lists. Yep. You've seen the battlefield. Let's go and deploy.
Woo-hoo.
My sons, you have held your bitterness deep within for a millennia. It has festered beautifully into an iron resolve of hatred. We have waited long enough, endured the scorn and lies split from my father's kingdom for an age. Now we have returned upon wings of pestilent vengeance. Molded by the plague god's hands, we have been turned into a weapon to strike back at the heart of the Imperium. The long war has finally come to fruition, like a ripened pustule. An enlanced boil oil rots at the very foundations they stand upon. As the virulence of our blessings creep across the stars, and Nurgle's garden is bolstered by the compost of Imperial cities brought to ruin. They shall know the truth the Death Guard bring. Everything withers, everything decays, and none shall escape our judgment.
Here we go! Both armies now fully deployed and ready for war.
I should be smiling,
We
right?
are back. You shouldn't be smiling.
You should.
Or you
Serious.
should. What did you say? You should or you shouldn't?
Shouldn't be.
Okay.
It's angry time.
But we're
time
happy
to
we're
bring
back.
Yeah, we
After
are.
a
actually
month.
happy. That's why I'm smiling.
Okay guys, so we are playing Overrun mission, 6 objectives on the table. We're quickly going to run through where the objectives are. So it's a mirrored image of one side to the other, and we are playing Dawn of War. So we've got one here on the left, one here in the center, and then one right, mirrored from the one on the other flank, and then we've got a mirrored image on the other side. So as D is pointing out, he's got one on his left flank, one underneath Mortarian's base, and then one on top of this terrain piece.
Weapons platform.
Yes, we are quickly. You can take that off actually.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, we've got the missiles. there.
Oh, look at that. I tell you what.
So we're quickly going to run through what we're using this terrain pieces at. So everything that is Games Workshop we're using as industrial terrain rules from the rule book. So basically everything has light cover, dense cover, and then scalable, breachable. Obviously, we're not going to do anything silly. So if we think you can't go through, you're not going to go through. And then obviously the rocks we're just using as just line of sight blocking terrain.
Just a hide behind.
Yeah, because we were going to use this as dense, not dense cover, obscuring cover, but it's far too big when you're playing Dawn of War for it to be obscuring cover, because it gets, Fortress of Redemption actually gets most of the board when it's deployed that way, so it's a bit too much, is it?
Yeah, we want carnage, right?
Yeah.
We won't be hiding all game.
So, we're going to go through deployment. I'm going to start with my side because obviously we are here today to play with the Death Guard for the first time with their new codex.
It's like my birthday.
It is. So let's go through the Imperium side first. So from right to left, we've got one of the bike squads here on the right and the other squad is on the left. So flanking on each of the sides.
Can I just point out
Yes.
that when we were doing deployment
Yes.
and we were going through back and forth,
Yeah.
we finished and we were writing pictures, and then Pardo went, "Oh, I forgot one of the unit bikes.
Yeah.
They're over here." Took
And-
them off the
and-
side.
And the apothecary.
And yeah, off the side. I'll just put them here. I thought, okay.
It's good that I actually remembered about those two units, especially the apothecary, which is very, very important in the list, or just in general is so good to have. That would have been funny mid battle. Oh, the
Reinforcements.
apothecary. Anyway, let's carry on. So we've got 5 intercessor squads, as you saw at the beginning. So 3 of them on the table and 2 of them are actually in tactical reserve. So 2 of them are actually here, just an arm's length away from that objective there. On top of this ruin, we've got the apothecary, chief apothecary, and the squad of 7 hellblasters, heavy hellblasters. And then here in the middle, little castle going, we've got the lieutenant, we've got Pedro Kantor himself, another of the intercessors units, and one of the relic contemptors. And then moving to the left, the final 2 squads, we've got an eliminator squad at the top, obviously with the las fusils, I think they're called, and the contemptor, relic contemptor, the second one, just there in no man's land by himself. In reserve, as I stated already, I've got 2 more units of intercessors and the eradicators. There you go.
Yeah.
Mix of names there. We've got the eradicators also in reserve. I think they're very important in this game. So if I can actually bring them from reserve and at least shoot once with them before they are slain, slain, it would be a good idea. So we're trying that out. Okay, now for the boys of today, let's go through the Death Guard.
Okay.
Where are you starting?
Let's start this side.
Okay.
Perched in within the industrial terrain, we've got a squad of 5 Marines.
Okay.
And then conveniently there was no one on that flank until the bikers showed up. But comment below how you feel about that.
I always do that.
I used to, he always does that. And then we have the big pile of 20 Poxwalkers.
Okay.
Skirting around here on that objective.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Demon Prince, who's actually, as I mentioned at the start now, even though he's not got wings, but he's got the sword, he's actually amazing now.
Yes.
Whereas in 8th he was a bit lackluster.
When you say things like this, he normally dies turn 1.
I know.
Or turn 2.
Or does nothing.
And does absolutely nothing all game.
Pretty much. We've got his 2 bodyguards, the Hellbrutes.
Yeah, which I'm looking forward to actually see how they perform.
Same.
They are much better now.
Yes. We have the centerpiece himself.
Yes, Chariot himself there.
The Pale King. He's on the objective, and then behind him is 5 Marines. They're also within 3 of the objective, just to hold it. And then on this flank, a little bit sparse, but we have got the 5 Marines with the Malignant Plaguecaster.
Yep.
They're within 3 of that objective there on top. And then behind the ruin, we've got another Hellbrute.
Perfect.
And not to forget, the 10 Blight Lord Terminators that are currently in Deep Strike.
Wow. Big unit of Terminator. How much have you spent? Oh no, you're not spending any. Obviously, you've got the rule for it. Yeah.
They're just coming off the plate ship.
Yeah.
Just, so cool.
And they're faster now, aren't they? They're an inch faster.
Yes. No, they don't. And they don't suffer the advance roll and
half the advance roll that was so silly. The problem is that before, when you used to deep strike them, if they failed that first charge, you just run away from them.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
you actually
slowly.
They're coming behind you slowly, but they're still coming behind you. Perfect. Okay, so that is both deployments. I actually won the first roll Roth.
You did.
Which I don't like winning, because that means that the second one I always lose.
Yes.
I can't win 2 roll-offs in one phase, really.
This is new to me now, because I haven't played with these.
Yes, whoever wins this has to go first.
Has to go first.
Yeah, so yeah, basically went into lockdown like a couple of days after the...
Yeah.
We went, I played Death Corps of Greek, which is also on YouTube. Death Corps of Greek, not Corp. See?
There's comments already.
And day after we went into lockdown, so
yep.
Sad times.
Sad times.
Okay, so you're using the green dice.
Toxic green.
Very Death Guard, very Nurgle.
Exactly.
I like it.
That's why I pulled it out of the dice bag.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's a 3.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I'll take a 3, because I know you're going to roll.
Yeah, and I've got...
You're going to roll 2.
The rainbow dice.
Ah, no!
Oh, okay, here we go. I need to roll more than a 3, but this never happens.
Yeah, but luckily, the rainbow dice recently, you've...
Oh, I hope so. Please. Can he taste the rainbow? Yes, he can! On the roll of a 6.
It's supposed to be my birthday!
The Crimson Fists, turn 1, coming up next.
Ooh, what's he got up his sleeve? Those cards are pretty randomly coloured, aren't they?
Yeah, because it's the Imperial Fist ones mixed with the Spaceman ones.
Ah, I see.
So,
like a magician.
yeah.
A really rubbish magician.
I'm good at poker though.
Yeah. Don't you start on that. That's a topic for another day.
Yeah, we need to do a 30 minutes with Pardo and talk about that. Yeah, so my movement's over now.
Yes.
I've basically done like a semicircle type thing, screening out through the sides, moving through the sides and keeping quite close in the center.
Yes.
So shall we go quickly through the movement?
Yeah.
So the Outrider squads on each side have moved. This one's moved actually their full range,
Okay.
but the one on the other side has just moved slightly up just to make good use of this rock here to hide from potential shots from your stuff next turn.
Makes sense.
The 2 Intercessor squads have moved towards that objective, because just to remind that it's this mission. You need 2 or more to start pointing for the primary.
You do.
So you need 2 basically to start scoring 5 at least.
Yes.
And then we've stayed put with the big squad of Hellblasters. That Relic Contemptors has had to move to get line of sight on Mortarion, because the Fortress of Redemption, the big piece in the middle, was actually obscuring it.
Beautiful.
He's moved up onto that objective now, and that's basically it. That's my movement. We do have to do a couple of admin stuff now.
Yes.
So my full Chapter Master rerolls I've given to the Hellblasters from Pedro Kantor.
Okay.
And I've spent 1 CP on Wisdom of the Ancients for the Dreadnought for rerolling 1s to wound.
Nice.
for him and anybody within 6 inches, because he's a core. So both of those units will be rerolling 1 to wound. And that's it.
Oh, that's the bit of admin. Ta-da! Okay, so there's no psychic phase because he's not psychic.
I was going to bring a Psyker, but I didn't.
Yeah. So let's go on to shooting. Coming up. All right, starting the shooting phase off, we have this squad of bikers pumping all of their bolt shots into my squad of 5 Plague Marines.
Yeah. Something I need to say, one of them, which is this one actually, can't actually see your squad.
I see.
So it's only 2 of them shooting.
Okay, just the 2 of them shooting.
Hitting on 3s, 6s generate extra hits because they're not Crimson Fist, and then your toughness 5, right?
Yes.
So 5's to wound. Just 2 wounds.
2 wounds?
Yep, minus 1.
So we have 4 ups here?
Yeah.
So 1 damage goes through.
No problem. I'll just mark it with a dice just in
Thank
case.
Let's look how they live. That's great.
Okay, so next bikes we're going to do the same. All of the 3 actually have line of sight onto 1 at least.
Okay.
So we're going to rinse and repeat on that side, but the full unit is now shooting. Okay, here we go. So 3s. These, no 6s for extra shots. And then again, 5s to wound, no.
Nothing there.
Okay, a lot of 1s and 2s.
It would have been difficult.
Please don't start, guys. Please don't start.
I think I would have been in cover as well, so it would have been difficult to shoot.
Yeah, and I should have actually been shooting at a -1 as well. Because
of
you're
the
behind,
industrial. Got the -1.
Okay, let's quickly go on to some other shots then. So those 2 squads are going to shoot into your Poxwalkers.
Okay, no problem.
So let's do 1 at a time. So let me just, no, they're not in range. So 5 shots. I'll do them all together because I can't kill the whole squad. So that's 10 shots.
Okay.
Because they did move. 1 miss.
Wow.
And I do get 3 extra shots.
Okay.
And your toughness is 4?
Toughness 4, then, yeah.
Okay, so 4's to wound. There you go. No, 1 more. So that's 5 wounds.
Okay, 5 wounds.
You just have you have a 7+ save, right?
I do, I have 7 plus.
But you do ignore the wounds on 6s.
Exactly. They still have a Feel No Pain built in. 6s. Save 1, so 4 drop.
4 drops. Do you want me from the back?
Yeah, from the back's fine.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Put these.
Alright.
Okay, so I think that's the smaller chaff guns out the way.
Okay.
Let's quickly go on to the bigger guns now. So I'm going to start shooting at Mortarion. I've heard a lot of people say like, you just need Mortarion's like unkillable. You just need to ignore him.
Yes.
But how do you ignore him? Like seriously, smaller board. He flies. Anything he touches, he kills. Like what do you know about that? Okay, so I'm just going to go into it.
I like
see
that.
what happens.
What are we firing first?
We're going to go with the eliminators first.
Okay.
3 shots hitting on. You don't have a -1, right? To hit or anything like that. It's just spell.
It is.
Okay, so 2's to hits. That's 3 hits. And my strength is 8 to your toughness 8, so 4s. Okay, 2 wounds. 4 up invulnerable because these are minus. Okay, 1 goes through.
What's the damage?
Damage is 3, which will go down to damage 2.
You can have that.
Okay, so we'll put a 2 here to mark it out.
I've got 5 up Feel No Pain, thank you very much.
Oh, because that's one of your Aula traits, right?
Yeah.
So confusing, so much.
One of the 4 that I have. Nope, so 2 wounds down. Down to 16.
I'm starting to understand why people are saying he's unkillable.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, let's do the Relic Contemptor next.
Okay, no problem.
He's going to shoot into him as well. So he's hitting on 3s.
3 hits.
1 miss there, which I am actually going to reroll this because he's got an easier way. He's got a higher strength weapon, so he's going to wound on 3, so it's better to actually reroll this now.
Okay.
Into a 1.
Yay!
And that is why you never reroll shots. Okay, so I need to put 1 down.
Oh yeah, drop
no, we'll drop them later because I've used a couple of stratagems. Okay, so 3's to wounds.
That's 2
Rerolling 1s
Oh.
because of Wisdom of the Ancients.
Yes!
And into a 1 again.
I shouldn't be
2
celebrating,
wounds.
but
4s.
4 up invulnerable save. So the damage on this is D6, right?
D6, yeah.
I will spend a CP here then,
Okay.
because I need to keep Morty going. There we go.
Okay.
Totally
Take
fine.
off 1. Okay, this is getting scary. Next Contemptor, Relic Contemptor.
Okay.
So he's going to go into Mortarion as well. Hitting on. Okay, so I'm now firing through a piece of terrain which is dense cover.
Okay.
So it's a -1. So I'm normally hitting on 3s, hitting on 4s now.
That makes me happy.
But I am re-rolling 1s because of
Pedro
Kantor. So that's 3 hits. 3's 2 wounds. That's 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
3's fail all 3.
4 ups. I fail 1.
D6 is just 1 and I can't re-roll that.
You can't.
And you can't go less than a 1.
I can't. I wish I could.
And now you're going to deny it, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. This is scary. Okay, let me have a little think about... Let me see if I get line of sight onto something else rather than Mortarion.
Okay.
With the Hellblasters, but after shooting so much at it, I think it's worth just going and shooting at him, but let me have a think about it.
Alright. You can hear the sounds of the overcharging plasma. Right.
I'm using a stratagem.
Oh, okay.
One of the 2 Crimson Fist stratagems, so it's called Slay the Tyrants. It's 1 CP, and when I'm targeting, when a Crimson Fist unit is targeting a character, which by the way he is, I add 1 to the hit roll.
Oh, nice.
So I would be hitting on 4s because I'm firing
through
the dents.
Okay.
But I'm back to 3s, and I'm re-rolling everything because of Kantor.
Okay, not a problem.
7 shots hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 miss. I'll re-roll. Yeah, I'll re-roll. That's all hits. I like that. Strength 9, the heavy plasma. So I'm wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s.
Obviously, I get 3 2s, but I can re-roll these 1s because I've got a lieutenant there.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, 4 misses. Just 3 go through.
Okay. Minus is a lot, right? So 4 ups. So I saved 2.
Oh my god, you saved so many.
And there's 1.
Damage is 3.
So damage becomes 2.
Damage becomes 2.
5 ups. No, so another 2 damage.
Okay.
So
Wow.
Taken 4 wounds.
Taken 4 wounds out of how many wounds has he got?
He's at 18 in total.
Oh my god. Does he get wounds back or something? No.
I don't believe so.
Don't say those things. I want to hear no.
I need to check the book, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that's all my shooting. That was quite bad.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. I mean, you got those.
But there's nothing. Yeah.
I feel proud.
Yeah.
Stay strong, brothers.
I'm checking just to make sure I haven't shot it. I can actually shoot again with 1 of my squads, but it's 2 CP. It's a bit too expensive. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish it off like that. Yeah.
Alrighty. So that's the Crimson Fist's first turn done and dusted. Let's hope that the Death Guard can punch back even harder.
Here we go. Turn 1 for the Death Guard. Bit of admin here. DC, and basically I forgot as well to mention it. I forgot to mention that these were deploying scramblers. That's why I didn't shoot with them. So that's my first scrambler.
I'll get the helmet.
Why?
If you forget again.
Oh, I remember. They just didn't tell you.
Yeah,
To say it on
I
camera.
remember. I didn't. I like that logic.
Just
Okay.
tell you on camera.
Yeah.
On camera. Okay. So let's see what your movement is.
Okay, so there's not much. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit much this turn.
Okay.
It's all about turn 2, right, for me. But we've had an advance over here to block this line from the very angry bikes.
Yep.
Hopefully they'll be able to hold at least a turn there. Advanced the Poxwalkers up as far as they can go.
Okay.
I realised afterwards that they won't be able to perform their spread the sickness, sleeping sickness.
Why?
Because they've advanced. And
Okay.
it's an action.
But do you want to do it? Do you
No, I
want to
don't.
advance?
I'd rather than get up the board.
Okay.
Put pressure on. I can always do it next turn. There's still quite a few of them, I think. And then he's also advanced up there because I want him in combat ASAP. These guys have shuffled around this flank, mainly because this other side of the board is minuses to hit.
Yeah.
And they have a beautiful sight on that Contemptor holding
Yes,
that
you
objective
do.
there.
Actually, yeah.
And these guys have stayed put because they're going to do the action for spread the sickness.
Okay. And for that objective, right? In the
Yeah,
middle.
we can actually do that now because it's in the command
Yeah,
phase.
it's a 4+, right? It happens.
Yeah, or I can do D3 mortal wounds, but I'll just do the 4+,
Okay.
which I
Yeah,
get.
you've been rolling hot.
Oh
Actually.
yeah, it's not too bad.
The 4+s have been really good.
It's been waiting. Here we're going to do this. Oh, actually, yeah, I believe you can perform the same action.
No, you can't.
You can't.
You
It
can't.
is one attack.
I saw it on Tabletop Tactics.
These guys.
They actually did that, and then they put something in the rulebook which you can only perform the
Action once.
action once.
Yes.
That's why, like, deploy
Two
scramblers. Yeah. So.
Makes sense. So they'll stay put and do some shooting over there.
Okay.
And this guy's come around the corner as well just to put some shots on. He's moved his max. I haven't advanced him because I want to shoot his last cannon.
Perfect.
And Morty has actually flown his 12. He hasn't advanced.
Okay.
But he's hiding beautifully behind his
Yes,
tower
he
of
is. I
redemption.
actually can't get line of sight with my Hell Blasters
Yes.
next turn unless I move, and that would make me suffer -1.
Exactly. And yeah, so he's pretty much set for next turn, either to hop over here and cause some carnage, or head over that way.
Or maybe he's dead.
Or maybe he's dead.
Which I doubt.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Shall we go on to the psychic phase?
Yes. Okay. So let's start off on this side.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do Gift of Plagues, which is his only power.
Okay.
Warp charge value is 6.
What does that do?
So Gift of Plagues, it's 6 to cast, and if I get it off, it means I add 6 inches to my contagion range.
Okay.
So
perfect.
round 1 is
It's
a 1
1.
inch.
So it would be 7.
7. So basically, if you come into combat for the bikes or whatever
-1
reason,
toughness.
potentially yes.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's just a
I'm trying things out because it's
Yeah,
a new one, right?
exactly.
Okay, that's a fail, DC.
That's a fail. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It wasn't really needed. It was just a nice to have. Now off to the big guy.
He can cast 3, right?
He knows 3. He can cast 2,
Okay,
but deny 3.
Like Tigurius, I think.
Okay, like Tiggy.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is the classic
Okay.
Miasma Pestilence on him.
Yeah, -1 to hit.
-1 to hit on him. And that goes off on a 7.
Perfect.
Okay.
Does he get like a +1 to cast or something? No, right?
No, that's you're thinking of Magnus.
Okay. No, I know Magnus can do it, but as he's a Primarch, maybe it's like a standard rule.
But he does not. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I can tell, comment below if I'm wrong.
No.
Scream it. Okay, and then we have 2 other powers: Curse of the Leper or Gift of Contagion. What we're going to do is tough one. We're going to do Curse of the Leper because that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a warp charge value of 6.
Mm-hmm.
Closest enemy within 18.
Okay,
So it's
so it's-
probably either 1.
Yeah, it's this one.
It's
The
gonna
base
be
is closer.
Okay. So need a 6, and we get it.
Perfect.
So now we roll 7 dice because that is Papa Nurgle's number.
And you get mortal wounds, right?
Mortal wounds.
So
on
I
6.
could use Armor of Contempt now, but I'm down to 6 CP, and I think there's some special ones or ones I need for the run field and the game. So I'm just going to let you do this. So any 6s, right?
For each dice result that exceeds the enemy's toughness characteristic.
Okay, so you can't.
So I can't.
Yeah. Or does it carry on saying unless it's a 6 or?
Nope. Just says.
Okay, so it's basically for infantry.
Damn. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
In
so
which
let's-
case, we'll
we
do
have to
Gift
do
of
that.
Contagion,
Perfect.
which is 18 again. It was manifest on a 5. Subtract 1 strength for the models in that unit, and if it was an 8+, subtract 1 of the attacks as well. There we go.
Okay, not very good, but you might
very
do one,
good.
so it's a pass anyway.
There's a pass. Well, actually, I could just do a smite.
Yeah, I think that would be better.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
Let's do a smite. So it's D3, just 2. Just 2 on him.
Okay, perfect.
2 wounds down.
So I'll put some counters on him, and then we've got the
Last but not least,
what do you call it? Plaguecaster, right?
Malignant Plaguecaster.
Okay.
So he's got Putrescent Vitality.
Can you do 1 or 2?
He can cast 2.
2.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like your standard kind of sorcerer. He's going to do Putrescent Vitality on this squad to give them 1 strength and toughness, which goes off.
Okay, so toughness 6 now.
Yeah, toughness 6. And then his
We
other
really
one.
have to try that spell on a big blob of
Yes,
little
20 odd
jets,
Marines, yeah. And he's going to cast Plague Wind.
Okay.
So Plague Wind is basically what I thought of this one, but
Okay.
I've got the 2 mixed up.
Onto the bikes then.
Yeah, onto the bikes it is. So this is a 6, which goes off.
Yeah.
And then D6 for each model of the unit. On a 6, it's up as mortal wound. If I cast over a 9, which I didn't.
Yeah. So just 3 dice,
Yep,
looking for
3
6s
dice.
basically. So this one's good like for big squads and
Yeah.
big blobs of units. Perfect.
That's it.
Okay, that finishes off the clanky psychic phase by DC. We'll catch you back for a bit of shooting. There's not a lot. Yeah. Okay, shooting phase. We're going to start with the hell groups.
Yes.
First one, frontal one, is firing into this friend of Contemptor,
It is
which
indeed.
has already lost 2, so he's down to 7.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spend a CP on Fire Fever.
Okay.
Oh, actually, let's put it on then. Let's see how this one does first.
Okay.
So I'll hold off on a second because he's got 7 wounds left and
Yeah,
I get
because
lucky.
is it at the when you shoot or is it
Yeah,
at the
use
beginning
a
of the
stratagem in your shooting phase.
Okay, so you, at any point. Okay,
Yes.
so let's do that one first.
The back one first, hitting on 3s.
Yes, sir. That's 2 misses. And do you want to reroll one of them?
Next one.
Okay. You should have used that, right?
Yeah.
I would have at least hit with
Once. Now we're going to use this on him because I need him dead.
one. On the one behind.
On the second.
Okay.
Yeah, on the front.
Doesn't matter.
Now
One or the
hitting
other.
on 2s because Fire Fever, for everyone who doesn't know, You have to target one unit, but then you get +1 to hit and +1 to wound for 1 CP.
It's good.
It's very good for Hellbrutes. So hitting on 2s, luckily.
Okay, 2 hits.
And then wounding now on 2s.
Yes, sir.
I will CP that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 wounds. 5 up
wounds.
invulnerable saves, yeah?
Come on, fail them.
That's a 4 and a 1. Do I reroll one of these? Because this could be quite nasty. I'm actually going to have to risk it. I get -1 damage and 7 wounds, so it's really likely that he's going to kill it. So I do want 4 last cannons. I'm actually going to risk this.
Okay.
4 CP and reroll that onto
Yay!
It's a 6, ladies and gentlemen. The
Yes.
crowd roars. Okay.
5.
1d6.
6
He's
damage.
going to 1.
3.
It's 3. Down to 2, meaning he's down to 5 wounds remain.
Not what I wanted.
I'm happy with that.
Not what I wanted.
Okay.
Okay. So
What's next?
I need
Do
to put that down as well.
you want to have a little think about?
Yeah,
or-
give me this. Give me a second.
Okay. Here we go. The last 2 units in the Death Guard army to fire.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Not good.
Yeah, but mine wasn't good either.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fair.
good.
That's fair. Right. He's going to put his last cannons into them.
Yeah.
We thought about this guy, but it's -1 through this cover.
Yeah, and I've got a 1+ anyway at the
1+.
moment. So you also didn't have line of sight onto my contemptor.
I did. That's what I was checking off the camera, like
Yeah.
squinting as hard as I can to see the tiniest bit. But no.
Okay, so 2 last cannons, 2 hits at least.
Straight in.
I would have used maybe transhuman actually
That's okay.
onto them.
I'll let you use that.
Yeah, so I'll use transhuman onto them.
Now it's
So
force.
wounded on 4, yeah.
Come on, force.
Okay, so 1 goes through,
One goes
-3, so I do still get a 6 up, which I will do. No. D6 damage. 4, that's 1 slain. I will remove the 1 from the front, and I'm down to 4 CP after using transhuman on them.
Okay,
so now
so
we've got some bolter shots, right?
we do, but there's only 2 that can see.
Yeah, I've taken the one in the front, so it should.
4 shots because of exhonorable advance.
Yep.
So we're going to hit on 3s.
Okay, so 2 misses.
And
5's 2 wounds. That's 1 wound.
I'll take it.
That's a pass.
Ooh.
Okay, so you don't kill any units, meaning that you grind them down.
I was kind of
not
hoping on that.
Yeah, I thought you would kill it, but re-rolling that invulnerable save from my side.
Yes,
was
very good. Sneaky, sneaky.
Cool. Okay, let's count up some points, and on to turn 2 we go.
The Crimson Fists have arrived. End of the movement phase here for turn 2. We've had a lot of action actually, a lot of going on, a lot of planning from Mr. Pardo.
Yeah, I think it's going well.
Yeah,
If this works, I'm in a good spot.
very
If
good.
it doesn't work, I'm not a good spot because
Yes.
Mortarion will be in my lines 100% next turn, and your big blob of Terminators, which will be very difficult to take out, will also probably drop down. So,
Yes.
shall I take you through what's actually happened?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so the 2 Outriders that were remaining have moved up towards the enemy, basically, and then all of my 3 units have actually come in from reserve, and yeah, I just want to take this flank out the way because I think I've got enough firepower on the other flank to deal with what you have at the moment there.
Yes.
So that would be quite interesting. I've moved the Relic Contemptor towards this flank, and I will be using Wisdom of the Ancient in my command phase to give everybody within 6 inches and himself reroll once.
Lovely.
And then the only other things that I've basically moved has been that Relic Contemptor,
Yes.
which has just got slightly moved to get line of sight onto them. And yeah, that's basically it. We have to still check. We'll check now in the rulebook because we were deliberating about it. But we think you can still capture objectives within 5 inches if you are on the ruin. If not, I will be placing one of the eliminators down
Yes.
to capture that objective if needed. But yeah, that's basically it. A bit of admin, which I did give Chapter Master full rerolls to the Hellblasters again. Hellblaster squad.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my movement. I'm really
Yes.
excited to start some shooting.
Oh, there you are. Alrighty, so we're starting off the shooting phase with these 2 squads of Primaris Intercessors firing all their bolt weapons into the Pox Walkers.
Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention was I will be using adaptive strategy, which is in the command phase.
Okay.
And I just thought it was the beginning of the shooting phase. Don't know why not. So I've given that to the Hellblasters as well. So I'm down now to 2 CP only. And don't worry, I'll be spending those 2 CP this turn as well. So what we're going to start off, like TC just mentioned, first squad of intercessors going into the Poxwalkers, hitting on 3s. And I do get 2 extra hits. The rainbow dice are working much better.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely.
Okay, so 4's 2 wounds.
Yeah,
that's not bad at all. 3 wounds, 6 wounds in total.
6, that's quite a few. Okay. Here we are, 6 ups. Make 1, so 5 go through.
5 then, let's quickly just mark it down here.
Thank you.
Then 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I actually need that dice. So that's 2 extra. So put those 2 in. And now again, 4's 2 wounds. That's not that good as before. So still 4.
Okay, 6 ups. No, another 4, so 9.
That's 9 in total. Let's just grab them off and we'll carry on shooting.
Alrighty. Alright, so there we are, that's them. And the reason why I didn't take any morale last time is because they have an ability called fodder.
Yeah.
They are
Brainless.
Brainless.
Yes, there's on top of them.
Yeah. So now we're firing these biker boys,
Yep.
biker mice from Mars, into
just the death guard.
Okay. Just the death guard.
Yeah, just the death guard.
Right, so hitting on 3s.
2 extra hits there.
Of course.
And then I need 5s.
Lovely toughness 5. That's 3 though.
Okay, 3 minus 2 because we're in the tactical doctrine.
Ah, okay. So
we need to go into tactical.
So now it's 5s.
Yeah.
Oh, say 1, so 1 dies.
1 dice. I'm happy with that. Any death guard is a happy Pardo. Okay, shall we move on to the other side?
Yes, please do over here. So where we're starting.
Let's start with these guys then. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, intercessors at the back.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are in rapid fire range.
Okay. And what are we firing at?
Into the death guard.
Into the death guard.
Into the death guard plague marines.
Okay.
I'm re-rolling 1s because of wisdom of the ancients. So that's another hit. So 2 misses, but I do get an extra hit there from that 6. And then wounding on still 5s, even though they're toughness 6.
Oof, that's a good spread
That's
of
a
hits.
very good spread of hits. Minus 2 again.
So that's how many, sorry? 6.
6 wounds.
6 and minus 2, this is 5 ups here. Nope. Not a 1. So
Wow.
1, 2, 3 dead.
I'm happy with that. Shall we carry on shooting instead?
Wonder
If it's the dice.
No, I just
It's disgusting resilient.
yeah, disgusting resilient.
But
Still
they did have 1 wound, remember, before?
Still would have been 3 dead there. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, there was 1 on wound as well, so that transfers over.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
If you're keeping track, that's fine.
Yeah, there's
Doesn't
one
really
wound.
matter, right?
No.
So yeah, 1 spills over because you missed. So 3 are dead and 1's on 1 wound.
Correct.
Okay, so next squad into them as well. Re-rolling 1s because of wisdom of the ancients. I do get 3 extra hits. I love when those 6s
I know you do.
come out with the crimson fists. And again 5s. Okay, not that good
That's
this time.
like it.
So that's 2 wounds.
No, there's another one dropped.
So
Oh,
there's
1
just
and 1 on 1
remaining.
wound. Yeah, and he's on 1 wound.
Yeah, 1 remaining on 1 wound, right?
Yes. Indeed.
So which one do you want? He's wounded, so he can't be the 1 remaining. Do you want him on the front?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So let's just remove these guys.
The lone hero.
And lastly, before I have a little think about, I will do these outriders into your last dude. So that's 4 shots each because they always get bikes. You always get the full number of shots.
Lots of misses, 3 hits.
Misses, and I'm not within 6. I couldn't get within 6 inches of that one, but I do get 2 extra hits there. And 5s to wounds. That's 3 wounds at minus 2 again.
3 wounds. No, he is gone.
Dead. That's the unit removed, and I'm quite happy about that. I wasn't expecting that.
Unbelievable. Right. Let me remove him. Alright, the last of the small shots here with 4. Can actually see some of the Poxwalkers over. But it is a -1 to hit.
Yeah, we're going through firing through dense cover.
Exactly.
So 2 shots each because they did a move.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s now. But I reroll 1s because of Kantor. And I get 2 extra hits because of the 6s. So 1 miss in the end.
Every time.
And then 4's to wounds. Okay, so 2 rerolling 1s because of the lieutenants. It's still a fail. So just 5 wounds.
5 wounds, 6s. 1, so 4 more.
Okay, just take these 4 off.
Thank you very much.
And okay, so that's all the small arms fire. Let's go into the big hitters now.
Okay.
I'm actually going to start with the Hellblasters. Now, I did put adaptive strategy on them, which means they are still on the heavy doctrine. And I will be paying 2 CP extra, meaning that I'm totally out now.
Yay!
To give them tank hunters, which gives when they're firing, when a unit of Crimson Fist is firing at a vehicle, they get +1 to wound on it.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm also overcharging. So what the plan is I'm being a bit greedy here, but if it works, we can celebrate.
Who's we?
Us and the players which are supporting me at
Of
home,
course.
all the Imperial players. So I can get line of sight on both of these.
Okay.
So I'm split firing, putting 3 into the one that I'm giving tank hunters to,
Okay.
and 4 into the other one which I'm not giving tank hunter to.
Understood.
The damage is 3, but we're on the super doctrine now because of adaptive strategy, meaning that I'm doing 4 damage on vehicles. Okay. Hopefully the guys at home have understood that.
I don't even understand it.
Okay,
You
so
carry on.
we're gonna go into the one without tank hunters, which I'm wounding on 3s instead of 2s.
Okay.
So hitting on -1 from here.
Yes.
So I'm hitting on 4s,
Okay.
but I'm re-rolling everything because of the chapter master. Okay, so 3 hits, no deads, no ones exploding plasma in the face, and then these are wounding on 3s.
Okay.
3 wounds. These go straight through because they are -4,
Fantastic.
and they are damage 4 apiece, taking them to damage 3. That means that
because
because of the -1
Correct.
damage. So yeah,
he's gone.
he's gone. Does he blow up?
The front one, right?
Front one, yeah.
No, he does not. But that is one of my Hellbrutes down. My babies.
Next up is the last 3 shots of that unit.
Okay, sure.
Again, hitting on 4s because of the dense cover. But I am rerolling fully because of Kantor.
Is that 2 dead?
That's 2 dead.
Yay!
And I'm wounding on 2s because I gave tank hunter to the units.
Understood.
I am rerolling 1s because of my lieutenants. And that's a wound.
Okay.
So goes through. Damage is 4, -1, damage 3.
Perfect.
Okay.
So he's down to 5 wounds remaining.
Yeah, let's get some wound markers and we'll carry on.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So we've got the Contemptor here. Ooh, what are you looking for?
Just checking if I can see that nasty Hellbrute, but I can't.
Ah,
He's
okay.
hiding away.
So Contemptor number 1 is going to go into Mortarion.
Yes, sir.
Now he's -1 to fire through here, so
Yes.
it doesn't stack with the -1.
Yeah.
Fortunately, in my estimate.
I'm happy about that.
I bet you are. Okay.
So I'm hitting on 4s.
4s.
Okay. So my
No
two twos
rerolls from Kantor?
Not full rerolls, just rerolls of 1.
Fantastic.
And wounding on 3s because your toughness is still 8. So it doesn't, and I haven't got any CP to reroll that.
You don't.
So it's down to the next Contemptor then. Nothing I can do there.
Okay. So 2 hits.
Rerolling 1s because I did give Wisdom of the Ancients.
Okay.
Here. That's a fail
So
again.
still 2 hits.
And wounding on 3s.
3s. That's
1
1
wound.
wound. Okay. 4 up. No.
Do you want a CP?
Yeah, why not? Take me down to 7. Oh, 8, sorry. And that's a 4 up.
Perfect. Now, I can actually fire and finish off the Hellbrutes, or I could go into Mortarion. They are damaged 3 apiece. I think it's very important to...
It'll be damage 2 on, well, I guess either of them, because they both...
Tell you what, I'm just going to go and try and finish off that Hellbrutes.
I love that.
Because you do have grind them down, and obviously the more units I kill,
Yes.
the better that is. And I've already killed 2 units, meaning you would have to kill 3 units in the next turn.
Understood.
So I'm going to do that. So into there, I don't think they're passing through any of the dense cover. They are not. So this is the point where I ignore Mortarion like the internet says.
Yes.
Hitting on 2s
3 hits.
and wounding strength 8, toughness
7.
7. So wounding on 3s. Okay, so that's 2 wounds -3.
So
these.
6s.
So 6s, yes, sir.
No invulnerable, so that's
Okay.
2 goes through.
Damage 3 apiece.
So it's damage 2 apiece.
Yeah.
So he's down to 1 wound.
Okay, so I didn't kill him in the end, but
Didn't kill him in the
he's
end.
down to 1, which I'm not that.
He can still fire and do his thing,
Yeah.
so I'm happy.
I need to check the stats of the eliminators. I've forgotten how many shots there is.
Okay.
That'll be firing into a hell boot. But let me just check to make it sure I get it right.
Alright, the melter's heating up, and we're going to be going into Mr. Hellbrute.
Yeah, so I'm firing into that unit. So special rule is if you're firing at the same unit, you should fire twice with them.
Off it.
Okay, so
Right.
hitting on 3s,
Yes.
all hits.
It's not good.
Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Okay, it's missed with 2.
So this-
I can't re-roll any of these because I haven't got any CP. Now these go straight through.
Oh, of course, minus
Because they are
4.
-4 and they're assault, so it's -5 this turn.
Okay.
And I am in rapid fire range because the range is 12. So yeah, they're all in rapid fire range, and I was out of 9 inches, meaning that the minimum damage is it's d6 plus 2, so minimum damage of 3. So I'll need to roll for these, and that's a lot. So he's basically dead. So that would become damage 8, right? 8, which would become 7. And does he explode?
Well, maybe I can. Hold on, guys. You can see here I've got a lot of stuff going on.
I'm
Is
too
it this
short
one?
to put the cards up there.
Yeah, that's why I hide them from you.
I couldn't look at me.
I would not be able to look at the cards. That's where I keep all my strategies. There's one here where I might be able to blow him up. Let me quickly check and see
Okay.
if it's worth it, and we'll get back to you in a second. This is what I was thinking of. Putrid detonation. He automatically blows up, but it's 1 CP, and he only just does 1 mortal wound. I thought it might do D3. Might be worth it. Oh, thank you. So I'll just roll for it. Maybe he'll just blow up anyway. No, he does not. Into the void you go.
Okay, yeah, it's not worth spending CP for one, unless you have like a big unit, a strong unit
Exactly.
with a knight or something
Yeah.
with 1 wound remaining. Okay, so that's the end of my shooting phase. Two charges.
Okay.
I need a 5 on this side into the Malignant Plaguecaster. They're in. So,
They are in indeed.
so he's in there, and just behind, and then rinse and repeat on the other side. I just need a 3 to go into that unit of Plague Marines,
Okay.
and that's a 4, so they're in as well. Only 2 of them can sadly attack, so I'll actually put the Sergeant in, because he's within, and obviously he can't attack.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, let me get some dice and we're going to the fight phase.
Woo! Oh dear. Here we go. Okay, Malignant Plaguecaster.
Yeah, so you might be able to intervene there, but obviously there's a lot of...
True. I don't think so. You've got a lot of wounds there,
Yeah,
and I would have to spend 2 CP to intervene.
Yeah.
And I'd have to spend another CP, 2 CP for +1 to wound to make any real dent. Because I've only got what 2, 4, 6, 7, 9 attacks
because
there.
you would be wounding on 5s if you don't spend the CP.
Yeah, so I'm 4 CP there.
Yeah.
Then another CP, for example, for trench fighters to get more attacks to make it worthwhile.
Okay.
Suddenly I'm 5 CP down. I've probably done 2 wounds on it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I know you have a lot of CP, but
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Yeah,
At least
not
you've
worth
gone over the new stratagems for people that heard. Oh, trench warfare.
Yeah. Well, trench fighters, yeah, from Ward Spy.
Yeah, I think that's good for like big blobs again.
Yes,
Big
exactly.
blob of 10 or more.
Yeah.
You start spending that CP on there.
Totally.
Okay, so they have charged, meaning they get 2 extra attacks. So 6 from one and 7 from the other. Here we go. Hitting on 3s. And toughness is
5.
Your toughness 5. Your
What's
toughness
it?
5.
Toughness
So
5.
I'm wounding on 5s then.
Yeah. It was the other unit that was toughness 6 I gave them, but
Okay,
it made no difference.
I'm
when
still
shooting.
happy with that.
Still 5.
So 5 wounds. You do have 4 wounds only, so I could actually take you out.
You could. 5 wounds.
-1, so you do have 4 up saves.
Oh, okay. 4 up saves. Okay, he lives.
He lives on
3
1.
wounds down.
You can reroll 1 if you want to get him on 2 wounds instead.
Doesn't really bother me so much.
Okay, cool.
He's
So
got wounds remaining.
shall I go straight onto the other one?
Yeah, head over there.
Okay, so
Bring your dice. Come along, everyone.
rinse and repeat.
Come along, Mr. Pardo.
Come over here.
Come over here. Right. So only 2 can attack here because this guy's too.
Yeah, he's too far away. Okay. So again, 3s to hit. And medium 5s again.
Okay.
Okay, just 1.
Oh, okay. Just 1. 4 up. Hey.
Save. So you attack back.
Now I attack back.
You've got 2 attacks each. because you don't have Hatred Assault anymore. That's something that was removed this codex.
It was indeed.
But you do get, they've basically given an extra attack to everything in the codex.
Exactly. So yes,
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 attacks.
There's 9 attacks. Let me give you a quick second to look at my stratagems.
Okay.
See if there's anything worthwhile. Now I don't have to spend the 2 CP to intervene.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to actually spend 2 CP here. I'm going to spend a CP on Trench Fighters that gives me an extra additional attack with each Plague Knife, so 4 extra attacks. And then Creeping Blight, so any 6s on my wound roll becomes AP 4. Just to show you guys, I didn't spend another 2 CP for essentially what was the Veterans of the Long War. I think it's called Hatred something. I forgot now. It's over there. But that's another 2 CP. That's too much to sink in. 4 CP just for this. So I'm just going to do this one. So I've got 14 attacks coming in. I'm trying to find it. Oh, can't see it.
Fire Fever? No.
This is some game in itself.
Who tricked it? No, I don't know.
Okay. Hitting on 3s. No death to the False Emperor anymore. That makes me sad. An extra 3 attacks. That would have been. You get extras.
I've just realised you had Miasma Pestilence, so I should have been hitting on 4s. I didn't do any damage.
I was keeping an eye on it.
Yeah,
don't worry. Yeah, it was fine. Because you only
I thought I was
you hit 4 anyway. So now I'm wounding on 5s, right?
Yes.
Okay, 6s, AP4, and I can reroll 1s because they're plague weapons. Not a single one. Not a single 6.
Not a single 6.
So
3 go through.
3 go through.
Do you have any minus on the?
On a plague weapon, on a plague knife, no.
Okay. So that's 2 wounds at least.
2 wounds. So one per CP.
Yeah. Worth it.
Worth it.
I believe that finishes off the turn.
Okay.
It's gone to plan. I think I'm quite happy with that, especially I have removed you from this objective.
Agreed.
Meaning that you're just going 5 for your primary to my 3, which I saw. And we did check the rule for this actually.
We did.
So
yes.
it's horizontally it's 3 inches and
no, horizontally it's 5 inches.
It's 5 inches and vertically it's 3.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the end of my turn. A really good one. I'm really happy with that. Even though Mortarion is still on 14 wounds, he can't be everywhere on the table. So
wait, no, it's vertical is 5, horizontal is 3.
Okay, yeah, I like how I said it before you correct.
Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, so that's I've been hurt.
Did you take your CP off?
No, I did now. Thank you. Using my.
But you're getting 1 now next turn. So yeah, let's count up some points.
Yes.
Let's do your movements.
We'll catch you back in a second. You can't see.
You should be wearing the helmets.
I am.
Okay.
Tell them.
Okay. Shush.
I'm wearing the helmet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I forgot my contagion, of course, on the combat from the.
Which I remembered.
Yes.
Naughty.
Yes.
So you should have been wounding on 4s there, because the aura is it's not even 1 anymore, it's 3. So we checked the footage. 4 more wounds went through.
Yes.
So let's just quickly do that. And that's actually a bike dead.
Oh, look at that.
So he is removed from play.
Lucky we went back and checked.
Yeah.
And
we need to do the
I'm doing my attacks
on
over
the
here.
Plaguecaster, which is down to 1 wound.
So 2 hits, and they're -1 wounds. It's now 4s. So
no wounds. Okay.
That was all fine. Also, I started my command phase. I used the dead walk again, and I thought to myself, right, I'll bring back 7, push them this way with this guy, and I rolled that. So only 2 came back, so I fled quite honorably. I can use it once per phase, but it's quite a nice one. On a 3+, you roll 7 dice, and you can get Poxwalker back. But when you roll like me, you don't get them back. So anyway, that is that. I'll carry on with my movement, and we'll catch you guys back in a second.
Turn 2, Death Guard. Movement now over Mortarion, flying over the Fortress of Redemption. Some reserves coming in, which DC will talk about in a second. And yeah, how is it looking, DC?
Desperate, but
really,
I think so.
Okay.
Well, because I haven't seen the new Mortarion in action yet. He's just been floating around. So when he blows some stuff up, I'm very happy.
The time is now.
Yeah, the time is now.
Okay, so take us through your movement.
Okay, they've stayed in combat just to hold these guys up.
Okay.
The Poxwalkers, as I've mentioned earlier, did a swifty retreat. I will actually do my action right now on these guys. They haven't advanced, they've just moved. And I will do the D3 mortal wounds for the spreading of sickness.
So it automatically passes, right?
Yes, so that's 1 mortal wound on them.
They should roll on a 6.
On a
It
6.
ignores it.
No. So there's one dead.
Okay.
Like so. But now that is also
So
contagious.
you basically get 3 points for that.
Exactly.
Perfect.
The Hellbrute here stayed centered, so he can shoot at those snipers up on the top. There's not a lot else he can do. He's only got 1 wound left. These guys have stayed put, mainly to hold the objective. I've abandoned this side by everything dying.
The plan is working.
But his bikes, I don't believe, can get up onto the industrial terrain.
Yeah, we're going to say no, basically. That's it.
So he's kind of hiding until they come around and shoot him.
Okay.
But he's holding on that objective.
Perfect.
That is pretty much it. The Demon Prince has moved up so we can get a charge off. Mortarion has, as you said, flown over to get into the midst. I basically switched to this flank to try and push, because I think if Mortarion can chop up a lot of this, and then behind them, 10 Blight Lord Terminators.
Yeah, they've arrived from Deep Strike.
9 inches away.
And now on the table. Everything's on the table now.
That's it. Yeah, it was only them in Deep Strike.
On my behalf and your behalf.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so let's quickly go on to the second phase.
Yeah, sure.
Shall we start with Mortarion?
We'll start with the Demon Prince.
Demon Prince.
He's going to Gift of Plagues, just to increase the aura again of his... So it'll be 6 plus the 3 of his turns will be 9 now, like Mortarion. That goes off. No, it doesn't.
He's a 6, right?
He's a 6.
Okay.
That's okay, I'll just get into combat and do it.
Okay.
Right, now we're going to Mortarion.
Yep.
He's going to manage some repestance himself again.
Okay.
So he needs that.
Yep, -1 to hits.
Yep. And then we're going to Gift of Contagion the unit of intercessors in the back here.
Perfect.
Just because they seem to be the closest. That goes off as well.
It's more than an 8, right?
Yep.
That does something.
It means it gets -1 strength and -1 attack for them.
Okay.
Which is great.
And then the Malignant Plaguecaster. Oh, he can't do anything because he's fallen back, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Can't do any
he
powers.
Can't do any powers.
No. I didn't have this here ready to cast it.
Yeah, I stopped you in time before the internet.
Love to cheat.
Okay, fair enough. That's the end of the second phase. We've seen the movement. Let's go into the shooting phase. Here we go, shooting phase. Starting off, we've got Mortarion and his Relic Lantern pistol.
Yes.
He's firing at the intercessors here just in front of us. And obviously, if he gets a hit, he'll also hit the contemptor just in front.
Exactly.
I think it's that.
It is indeed, yeah, you're right there. Draw a straight line, choose the closest point, and then make a wound roll against the other target as well if it passes over.
Perfect.
So, still the same weapon essentially.
Hit on 2s.
Hit on 2.
That's a hit.
So then let's do the contemptor first. Wounding him on he's toughness 7 now, right?
Toughness 7, yes.
So that's a wound.
Okay.
-3.
Does it ignore invulnerables or anything like that, right?
No.
5 up. That's a 2. So it
So
goes through.
3 damage down to 2.
Okay.
Because of your...
Yeah, -1 to hit.
-1.
-1 damage, so he's down to 7.
And then one of your guys basically is getting zapped. Nope. He's not.
Okay, but you do have to wound, right?
I do, and it's not a plague weapon. I can't re-roll. Can't give himself. I don't believe. The
Okay,
re-rolls.
cool. Let's move on now then. Shall we quickly do the Hellbrute?
Yeah, just 2 lance cannons into your snipers,
Perfect.
hitting on 3 still because they don't degrade.
And I'm on dense cover, so you're hitting on 3. On
Okay,
4s.
I missed anyway with the one and hit with the other, and then 2s or
It's a wound.
it's a 3s or 2s.
3s. No, 2s.
Yeah, right.
Two.
So
-3. I'm on a 1 up, so I have a 4 up.
Yep.
Which is a pass.
Oh.
So just about there, moved to the 6 at the end.
and then last but not least,
Okay.
4 pistol shots from my plague marines in combat.
Perfect.
So hitting on 3s. That's 2.
And now -1 damage room. Let's go 2 wounds.
2s.
That's a 5 and a 6. That's a pass. And we do have all the shots from the Terminators
Yes, I'll do those off camera. They're all going up into them.
into them.
Because I
Okay.
need to charge them.
Perfect. We'll catch you back for my saves, if there is any. Okay, here we are. 14 wounds from the Combi Bolters and the Terminators. And then we do have a Blight launcher that also went.
We do. And I did spend 2 CP on Eternal Hatred.
Okay, which is the Veterans of the Long War new strategy,
It is.
which is 2 CP.
Yes, 2 CP now.
So, 2 up saves here. Okay, 3 go through. And I do have some cheeky 6s from the Apothecary to ignore them. No, okay, so that means that 1 is slain and 1 is down to 1 wound. But we do have the Blight launcher that's gone through. That's -2. -2. So 4 up. Also goes through. Doesn't matter the damage. He is no. You do. Is it damage 2?
Damage 2.
Okay, let's roll and see if we get any 6s. We still get 1. He was in 1 wound. That means that 2 Hellblasters are slain, and that finishes off the shooting phase onto the charge. Here we go, the charge phase. We're going to start off with Mortarion charging only into this Relic Contemptor. He does need a 4. Let's see how this goes. He hopefully rolls a 2 or 3. No, he doesn't, so he's definitely in. Let's quickly move him all the way there. And then we've got him. He needs a 7, did we say?
7 inches away.
Okay.
So 6-inch charge will be within an inch.
He's within the 6 inches.
Exactly. And that won't do it.
Okay. Do you want to reroll for 1 CP, taking you down to 3? Or do you want to keep it for the Terminators?
I think, because he can absolutely obliterate the squad.
Okay.
Then the Terminators, give me a minute.
Okay. He is re-rolling, and he is re-rolling the Demon Punch charge, which is a 6. I think it's better.
Well, yeah, my logic here is that it's more probable I'll get this charge off than a re-roll with that one.
I agree.
He puts the damage. He really does damage. So
that's a 4. He failed. I'm happy about that.
I bet you are.
Okay, so now we go on to the Terminators.
Yes.
They do need a 9, obviously, because they're coming from reserves.
Yep. So here we go.
9. That's a 10. At least they are in. Did you charge both units?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
they're
just
further than 9.
They're for the 9. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we'll see. We'll move these guys in, and we'll have some combat. Fight phase. We're going to start off with the Terminators attacking just the lonely unit of intercessors here behind this industrial terrain. Underneath, not behind. Underneath.
I'm going to spend a CP
on
one of the new stratagems. Vermid Whispers.
Love the names.
Love it. So essentially, it's a Terminator unit in the shooting or in the fight phase. You add 1 to the hit rolls.
Perfect.
Would have actually on 1 CP. I probably should have remembered that when I was shooting them, but they did a lot. They did some great hits anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But 1 CP. So I'm going to start off with the flails.
Cool.
Now they don't spill over anymore like they used to.
Okay.
The damage, but you can spend a CP on something called Haze of Corruption, which is 2 CP, but it allows the damage to spill over. I'm not going to spend that because I've got a lot of attacks coming in. It's only a small squad, so I'm hoping to destroy them. But if it's a bigger squad, it might be worthwhile for that 2 CP.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Let's do that first.
Right,
so flames coming in.
Yeah, hitting on 2s now because of the Vermid Whispers.
Ooh.
That was a 1.
Okay.
So all those hit except for that one I threw off into the tower of redemption.
And then strength.
Okay, so strength of this is 5 because it's +1 for flail.
Okay.
And you are -1.
Still freeze. Still freeze to wound.
Still freeze to wound. And they are plague weapons.
Okay.
So
So
rerolling ones.
all those ones.
So there we go.
That's not bad at all.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 wounds at -2 and damage 2.
-2. Here we go. 5 ups. Okay, so that's not very good. That's damage to a pop. I'm not within range of the apothecary for those cheeky 6s. That means that the unit is wiped off. Good start to the phase. Let's go and check out Mortarion. Mortarion up next, going into the Relic Contemptor. Does he still have like a slash?
Yeah, he has a eviscerating blow and a reaping scythe.
Okay, still the same then. You're going for the eviscerating blow, I guess?
Funny enough, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so 7 attacks.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s. Oh.
Does he reroll once?
Well, it says he can for Death Guard core units, and he says he can.
Not characters, right? So it's he can't reroll for himself.
For himself, yeah.
Okay, yeah, same as the Spaceman characters then. They can't reroll for themselves.
No.
It specifically says core and characters. So okay, cool. So that's 3 hits. Sorry, 6 hits for now.
I can select a unit, Death Guard core or character within 6 of the model at the start of the command phase, and each time I can reroll hit roll.
Okay, so he was by himself, so you can reroll that one.
Let's do that. Okay. There you go. And now we are strength 16.
Okay, 2 to wound.
2 to wound. It's a plague weapon, but that doesn't
matter. 3, 6, 7 wounds. 3, 6, 7 wounds. You don't ignore invulnerable saves, right?
I don't know.
What? Wow. Okay. So I've passed 5 of those. 2 go through. What's the damage?
It's D3 plus 3.
Okay, so minimum of
6.
Okay, so you won't kill him.
But with 2 D3 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
8.
that's
total.
8 minus 2 is 6. Because obviously
No, it's 2d3, so that's 1. That's another 1.
Yeah.
And I've done 3. Oh, sorry. Yes.
So that's 6 damage you've
Yes.
done.
So
6 damage. Yeah. Don't confuse yourself.
yes, 6 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Because of the -1, so he's down to 3. So he survives. Wow.
How
That's
many
good.
wounds does he have left? Do I reroll one of those for CP?
You want what? One of those?
Yes.
You can't kill him because he has a menace. Yeah, you can try and remove some more, but you can't kill him because even if you roll a 6, making a 3, it goes down to 2. So I'm still would be on 1 wound still. Okay, time to strike back with my 2 units. So Relic Contemptor going in first. He does hit on 3s, but he can't reroll because you're cutting off all the auras within 3 inches, right?
Yes, because there's a lot of water traits, but yes.
Okay, so that's you do have a -1 still.
May I as well pass the loose?
Okay, so I'm hitting with 4s and 2 wounds.
Okay.
No minus in this because we haven't taxed the reduction.
Okay, so 3 up. And the damage?
Damage 1.
Okay, and then 5 up.
Okay, that's all good. And then let's attack back with the intercessors because you did pile in into that intercessor squad just behind our objective. So I'm hitting on 3s with these. Okay, take off these, and then I'm wounding on 5s. Just a wound, no AP on these, so 2 up save.
2 up save.
Obviously get a 1. That's it, right? That's
Of
a
course,
one.
yeah.
No
I went to,
disgusting resilience.
Okay.
Perfect. That finishes off the turn now. We count up some points and on to turn 3 we go. Catch you back in a second.
Right, okay, so we've got turn 3.
Yep.
We've got a lot of movement going on. We've got more thinking from Mr. Pardo. Do you want to explain your tactics, sir?
Yeah, so they've stayed put.
Yep.
They've fallen back from combat just
Okay.
because I just don't want to be in combat because you're just going to kill me in my turn.
Yes.
I've fallen back with the Dreadnought just because there's a lot of good units with a lot of shooting power on this side, which I think, and basically they are the only targets that they can see, so
Yes.
I've had to fall back with that. But Pedro Kantor has gone in for the kill, just in case I take a couple of wounds. I might go in with his Power Fist and try and get some more wounds off him.
Nice.
Let's see. There's no Slay the Warlord anymore unless you get it for the secondary, so
It's true.
might as well. He has given, again, the Chapter Master full rerolls to the Hellblasters at the top.
Okay.
And at the end of my movement, the Chief Apothecary has brought one of the Hellblasters back as well, just before I forget.
Right.
This unit has advanced up. This unit has just moved up, and they will be deploying Scramblers for my second.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just the one your deployment which I have to do to get the 10 points. And these guys have had to advance to get into range of Mortarion.
Right.
-1 to hit, but he already has a -1, so I might as well advance with them. And yeah, that's the end of my movement.
Alrighty, so that's all that. Let's get into some shooting coming up. Alright, starting off with some small arms fire. We get the 2 bikers here.
Yeah.
Outriders into the Malignant Plaguecaster. Hitting on 3s.
3s to hit. That's the extra one for being a bolt weapon.
Lovely.
And I am still on the tactical doctrine, by the way.
Okay.
4s to wound. No, sorry, 5s to wound, isn't it?
Yeah, because
He is toughness 5. He was toughness 4, I believe, in the last codex. That's not bad spread. That's 5 wounds at -2. You are in cover, meaning that you have a 4-up save.
No, he is dead.
That gives me 6 points, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
3 for assassinate and 3 for Arbor the Witch.
Okay. Would you
So,
remove
into the
those?
void.
Into the void. you
And
go.
happily remove that into the void.
Ah.
Okay, cool. So these guys can't shoot. These guys have fallen back, so can't shoot. So, and these are in combat, so they can't shoot.
Yep.
So we're going to go straight onto the big squads here.
Okay, no problem.
Now, there's 2 units that can see the Hellboots. He can see the Hellboot, and these guys can see the Hellboots.
Okay.
I'm going to be cheeky to start with, and I'm going to shoot the Eliminators. 2 of them are going to go into... I just need 1 to go through. So yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be cheeky. I have a reroll as well. So 2 of them are going to go into Mortarion. 1 of them is going to go into the Hellboot.
Understood. Okay.
I'm going to go with Hellboot one first. So
Yep.
hitting on 2s. That's a hit. And wounding on 3s. That's a wound. -3.
Oh, so I'm 6 up.
Yeah.
No,
No,
he is
now
gone.
he is gone because it's damage 3, it doesn't matter damage.
And he doesn't blow.
And it doesn't blow.
Oh,
Whoa.
and the terrain
down.
falls.
Okay, so I'm happy with that. I still have the other 2 firing, so I'll quickly do that into Mortarion, hitting on 3s because of Miasma of Pestilence.
Yep.
And wounding on...
Not that.
Not that. I need actually need 4s to wound. Okay, no problem. Let's go on to the Relic Contemptor next.
Okay.
Into Mortarion as well.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s, yes sir.
That's 2 hits. Wounded on 3s.
I'm actually going to re-roll with my free command point for this turn.
Okay, no problem.
For this one. No, that's still a...
So just a
So
1.
1 goes through, 4 up save.
4 up. Now that's a lovely 6.
Okay, you've passed so many 4 ups on
I know.
Mortarion, that's good. And then these guys are going to fire into Mortarion, so 6 shots. Because
So
they
the
are
minus-
firing.
-1 for the advance, but he has -1 anyway.
Yeah, so hitting on 4s.
Oof.
Okay, so 2 go through.
2 go through.
Strength is 8, so
4s.
4s to wound. Just 1 goes through.
Just 1. Minus?
-7, so
Oh,
-1
yeah,
for this turn.
4 up. I will.
Goes through.
What's the damage?
D6.
Yeah, I will reroll this.
Okay,
4 up.
so down to 1.
No.
You fail it. So D6 damage. Looking for 6. It's a 2
It's
down
a
to
2.
1.
Down to 1. 5 up. No.
Oh, okay, so he is down to 13 wounds.
13 wounds.
Okay, next up, now I'm gonna have a little think about because
Okay.
I've got the Hellblasters to fire next,
Yes.
but I don't know if to fire into Mortarion
Okay.
or if to fire at this Demon Prince before he gets into combat.
Yes.
Because if I kill that Demon Prince, which is more likely that I do, I'll get another 6 points for Arbor the Witch and for Assassinate.
Remember, he's got the Warlord trait, hulking physique, so he has an extra wound, and you can't wound him on a 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, I think I'm going to risk it and going to him. But let me have a think about it.
Alright, he's crunched the numbers, he's mathed it out.
Yeah.
There's actually a whiteboard over there, and he's out. Yeah. And he's going to fire the Demon Prince.
Yeah, into the Demon Prince, or everything shooting into there.
Yep.
So I'm hitting on 3s.
Overcharging?
I'm overcharging, yes sir.
Nice.
Hitting on 3s, I'm re-rolling everything.
You're not, I don't believe, because he's within 3 inches. Oh wait, no,
No, I
it's
give
him
it-
up here, right?
Yeah, I give it at the beginning of the command phase.
Okay.
And then he moves, so.
That's fine then. Just wanted to make sure we're doing it right.
Okay, so that's another hit.
Lovely. Now, this is 4s to wound.
4 to wound. Re-rolling once. Okay, so that's 4 go through. You do have an invulnerable save.
I do. The minus on them though?
-4.
I have a 2 up. Okay, so
6 up, so your
so
5
5
up
up.
is better.
So I saved 1. What's the damage?
Damage is 3 a pop, so it goes down to 2, so that's 6 wounds.
6 wounds. Okay, so he has an extra wound because of hulking physique, so
it's down to 3.
down to 3.
Okay, I think I have a wound marker. Yes, I do.
Oh, look at that.
Down to 3.
Down to 3.
Okay, that wasn't bad at all.
Yes.
Let's do next Pedro Kantor's Dawn's Arrow.
Okay.
So into, I'm actually going to fire it into him.
Okay,
Because
no
it is
problem.
damage 2.
Yep.
So I'm hitting on 2s.
Yep.
Rerolling 1. No, I don't reroll 1s. No, I don't.
Because of the 3 inches.
Yep. 5s to wound. 1 wound.
1 wound. Minus?
-1. So
So-
-2 is 10.
Oh, okay, so I have 2 up, that becomes a
4.
He's
That's a
okay.
pass. Tactical Marines. No, sorry, not tactical Marines. Intercessors.
Yep.
Again, let's go into him.
Not a problem.
They haven't moved, right? Because no, they haven't moved.
Some of them might be firing
Yes,
through
I
cover,
did move.
but-
I did move 2.
Oh, okay.
So 2 have moved. Let's do those 2.
Okay.
Anyway, if 1 moves, they don't get the double shot, so it's 1 shot each.
Okay.
3 hits. 1 wound.
1 wound. 2 up, or what's the minus 2 again?
-2. Yeah.
Okay. So, no, that goes through.
So 1 goes through. Down to 2.
Down to 2. Oof.
Okay. And lastly, I'm going to do the lieutenant into him as well. So he's got a Stalker bolt rifle. Mastercraft Stalker bolt rifle. That's a hit.
Okay.
That's a wound.
Okay.
Okay, I believe that finishes off my shooting phase. I'm quickly going to just charge into Mortarion.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Just do it on camera because he's the only one that's going to basically charge. So he's going into Mortarion. He's in. I will catch you back for the
Yes!
face.
The fight of fights. Alright, Pedro Kantor, run into Mortarion with the Fist of Dawn.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Hitting on 4s because you do give me a -1, and I know my fist gives me a -1 and it doesn't stack anymore, so just 3s to it.
Okay.
Okay, 3 misses, and I can't reroll those.
4s are turned off. Oh.
And I can't wound because I need 4s to wound. So
Toughness 8.
Toughness 8.
Yeah.
And my strength is 8. So that finishes him off. Next would be these death guards.
Oh, okay. So
again, death guard. These plague marines.
So there's 9 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Perfect. And I'm hitting on 3s.
Okay.
That is all but 1. And then I'm wounding on 4s because of the -1 toughness. Which is, that is 6 wounds.
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 wounds on 1, so he's down to 2.
Hey.
Let me quickly attack back with them.
Sure thing.
So 4 attacks from one, 4 attacks from the other, plus yeah, got that right? Need to check now.
Okay.
How many attacks they got.
Already, attacks counted.
Yep, here we go. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 5s. Just a wound.
Just a wound.
-1.
We're okay.
Fine. And now it's Mortarion's then.
Yes.
Which obviously he has to go into Kantor.
I decided to go with the scythe here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Right. So we're hitting on 2s. We're re-rolling because we gave ourselves the re-roll at the start, the Primarch of the Death
Okay,
Guard.
so 1 miss, and
then we've got your -1 toughness. I'm
Yes.
8.
so 2s to wound.
2s to wound.
You would have been 2s to wound anyway.
Anyway.
Without the.
I just wanted to rub it in. And it's a plague weapon. And he has Arch Contaminated.
Okay, so all that. Let me quickly roll these.
Oh,
Okay, I have a 4-up save. What damage is it? Damage 1?
just damage 1. This is, -2, but you have 4 vulnerable saves.
Yeah, I need a really good roll. And that's not enough. -1, right?
-2.
-2, so because he does have a 2-up save, so that's 4s I need. So he's dead. He is slain. He's not my warlord, but
Oh.
he's my chapter master. So
Oh
yeah,
dear.
good end for yourself.
Yes.
But I think it's been another good turn for me. I've taken him down. I've taken him down to 2 wounds now remaining, so it's looking interesting.
It is indeed. So let's see if I can try and turn this around. Morty's still on 13 wounds, but you're just all over the board. So we'll find out now in Death Guard's turn coming up.
Turn 3, Death Guard, movement now over. Let's see how this goes. Take us through your movements.
Right, not too much. These guys have just bunched up a little bit to try and
Okay.
stop some shots going off.
Mhm.
Demon Princess moved forward to chop them up.
Yeah.
The actual Blight Terminators are moving that way.
Yeah, because they're basically an inch away from engaging them in combat
Exactly.
because of the terrain rules.
I want to chop up the Hellblasters.
Okay.
And then Morty is just shuffled onto the objective, but also you can charge both the Contemptor and that unit.
And that unit.
If
Okay.
needed.
Yeah. So nothing on this side at the moment.
My
Like,
flank is gone.
yeah, this
entirely.
flank is gone. I'm happy.
Yes.
I don't know if I remember, but they were.
You said they
I said they're
scrambles.
deploying scrambler, so I just need to do it with 1 more, and I will get those 10 points.
Yeah. It's not,
You did only score 5 points again, I believe,
I did,
because you just had 2.
yes.
Because I did have 2 troop choices on these objectives, so
Hoping to remove them
yeah,
And
and start
then-
scoring later on.
exactly later in the game. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Yeah,
So quick psychic phase.
let's do that.
Okay, so let's see if he can get Gift of Plagues off for
Okay.
once, and he's going to put it on Mortarion
Okay.
because then it'll extend Mortarion's range to 12 inches, catching everything.
Everything.
I mean, it doesn't really matter in that sense actually because they are within,
Oh, that's very true.
so they're all -1 anyway.
yeah,
But
let's do it anyway, right?
um,
Or do you want to just smite?
we'll come back to him. Hold on. Let's do Mortarion.
Okay.
Miasma Pestilence as always. Warp charge 6. There we go.
That's a pass.
So
-1 to it.
-1 for him. And then we're actually going to Curse of the Leper, and we're going
Okay.
to estimate the closest unit, which I believe is that squad.
Mhm.
So we need a 6 to go off, and it doesn't on a 4.
Okay.
So then he will, he'll just smite then,
Okay.
I guess, because the contagion thing isn't that
Yep,
bothered.
that's a smite.
That's a
so
smite.
D3.
D3 for 1.
That's 1. So 1 is wounded. That finishes off with Chris's. Just called you Chris.
I'm leaving.
Wow. Okay, so that finishes off DC's second phase. Let's go on to the shooting phase. Shooting phase, we've got the lantern firing first into the relic contemptor. Let's do this. Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s. That's a hit.
And yeah,
Wounding on.
that's a wound. 5 up and vulnerable save again. Nope, this time it goes through and it's damage.
It's damage 3, right?
Damage 3. So with the -1, he's still on 1 wound.
Oh no!
Okay.
Don't do that to me.
And we carry on shooting then.
Yeah, we'll
So
just do
there's
4 pistols here quickly.
Okay, let's do those.
Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound.
1 wound. Minus nothing, right?
Nope.
It goes through.
Yay!
So down to 1 on the back one here.
In terms of shooting, there's not much else other than the Terminators.
Okay.
So what I'll do is, I'm probably going to fire a bunch. I'll probably fire everything at the Contemptor, try and knock a wound off him.
Yeah, because he's down to 1
Because he's
now.
down to 1, and then Mortarion can chop up the...
Perfect. Okay, let's do that off camera again. There's a lot of shots coming in from that. Over 30 shots, I believe. So we'll catch you back for my saves if there's any. Yes. I'm giggling. He's not happy. 3 wounds only gone through from all those shots. How many shots was it again?
28 shots in our Blight launcher. I was going to spend the CP on
Veterans?
no veterans, the +1 to hit as well, but
Okay.
I didn't do. I still got a lot of shots, but I didn't do any wounds.
So 3 up saves here. And they all pass. That means the Contemptor is still alive. That finishes off all your shooting, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Do you want to charge? Do you want to do some
I
charges?
do want to do some charges. We're going to
I
charge.
haven't got any CP, so I can't overwatch.
Demon
So,
Prince
Demon Prince
into.
into it. He can't fail, but might as well roll the dice.
Okay.
Okay, these guys just need, they're basically in, but let's do the roll just to make sure.
An 8.
Okay, an 8, and then he's also basically in.
He'll charge both.
Let's roll. Okay, so he's charging both the intercessors and the contemptor.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Onto the fight phase.
I get some dice.
Starting off the fight phase, we've got the Demon Prince going into the intercessors.
Yes.
7 attacks, I believe. Or 6?
6 attacks and then 1 with his claw afterwards.
Okay.
So, hitting on 2s with a sword. Okay.
Does he reroll his own ones still, or does
No, because it's only core, and he doesn't have
Okay,
the core
so-
keyword.
Chaos still do, but not.
Yes, exactly. And then we are looking at the 2s.
Is it 2s?
Yeah, because
they're
it's
toughness 3 now.
exactly. And it's not a plague weapon.
Okay.
So that's
Minus?
So it's -3, damage 3.
-3 damage 3, so 6s. No, so that's 3 slain. So the unit doesn't die.
I know.
Okay, I'm happy. And we've got the
Okay.
claw now. Little
Yep, it's on 2. Cool.
Hasn't rerolled, so that means that 2 are alive. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's go on to where we're going next, into these guys.
Oh dear. Yeah, let's go into. Let's go into Mortarion.
Okay.
We're going to do the 7 attacks.
Mhm.
Or do we? Do we do 21 attacks? Oh, we'll do 21 attacks.
Okay,
We'll do the-
I'll let you count some dice then. We'll catch you back in a second. He's risking it.
Risking
he's
it.
splitting his attacks, and he's going for the sweep, which is the
Yes.
smaller attacks.
Because I want to try and take them both out. I don't think that eviscerating blow would.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough.
so I've got basically 2 attacks into the Dreadnought,
Okay.
and the rest are going into the
Perfect.
troops. So the Dreadnought hitting on 2s.
You're rerolling ones because you already
I'll
would
give
have,
myself.
you would have given it
exactly.
to yourself because there's nothing within.
And for those who want to know that, it's called Primarch of the Death Guard. You pick in your command phase,
Yeah.
select a friendly unit,
No problem.
and you can.
Yeah, like a chapter master basically.
Yeah. So that's all hit.
Okay.
And then
3s to
3s to wound now. And then they're a plague weapon, so rerolling 1s.
Okay,
He's an
so
arch
that's-
contaminator anyway.
That's 6 wounds.
6 wounds.
-2,
2.
right?
So fail 1.
So 5 ups. Okay, that's a good attempt.
That's
Does he
a
blow up?
6.
Does he blow up?
He does
No,
not.
he doesn't. Okay, so that's the Contemptor wiped out. Now we've got all the rest of his attacks going into the intercessors.
Yes, so hitting on 2s. And then rerolling 1s for himself. Nope. And then wounding on 2s.
Okay. Damage 1, right?
Yeah, it's just damage 1. And rerolling for Arch Contaminator. So that's
Okay.
3, 6.
I'll roll all these. It's much easier. -2 as well.
-2.
So 5 ups. Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of saves.
Okay, so that's
1,
1,
2.
2, 3, 4. That means that the unit is left on one guy.
With
so
one
you
wound?
actually with.
Oh no, sorry.
Full wounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
full wounds.
that's from the contemptor. That means that I'm still on both objectives, unless I fail my leadership tests. We have to do all the attacks from these guys.
Yes.
We'll do it off camera again.
Yes, a lot of attacks.
And we'll catch you back for any saving rolls, and then we'll go into the leadership, which is quite important this turn. Okay, the fight's ended now. DC is going to just let me know what dice I have to roll, basically, because there's a lot of different weapons there. So, yeah, let me know.
So there's 9 wounds with the flails.
Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. -2, right?
-2 damage too.
Okay.
I spent a CP, by the way, for the Vermid Whispers again, so I was sitting on 2s.
Okay.
Just so everyone knows.
So 5 ups. Ho. Okay, these are damage 2 a pop.
They are indeed.
So let's do 2 at a time, because I get 6 ups from the apothecary. So that's 1 dead. That's 1 on 1 wound. That's 2 dead. That's 3 dead. So 3 are removed.
And then you've got 1 wound with a Bale Sword,
1 wound.
which is -3.
-3. So 6 up. Nope. And damage.
1.
So 6 up again. Nope.
And then you've got 10 wounds with the axes.
10 wounds. Wow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds. Minus.
-2 damage. 1.
5 ups again. Okay. And that one, and 1 more here. And then 6 ups. Okay, so 4 wounds. So that's 2 dead and 1's on 1 wound. So the unit is still alive, Mr. DC. Okay, I think I did that right. I'll check anyway on camera, but I'm sure I did. So he's down to 1 wound. He's still alive. These 2 still alive. Let's quickly do some leadership tests.
Yeah, hopefully that will change.
Yeah, it can actually change drastically. My sergeant is still alive there. I actually removed him, so I'll change that to him. So my leadership would be 8. I've lost 4, so on a 4 or less, I'm fine. He's fine. They've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His leadership is 8, so I need a 3 or less. They're fine.
Fine.
And then they've lost 3. My leadership is 8, so I need a 4, 5, 6. So I need a 5. Basically, I can't fail on it. I fail only on a 6.
Yep.
Which I don't fail. What do you think about that? Did that change much? No, it didn't. Okay, we quickly did off camera a couple of the weaker combat. So attacked him into Mortarion. He didn't wound this plasma Hellblaster. Didn't wound the Terminators, but I did manage to wound it 3 times on that Demon Prince, which means that I can actually add to insult to injury and killing. No minus on these. So do you have a 2-up save?
I do, because of my separating plate.
2 1s coming up.
Nope, we're all good.
Oh,
and then
all good.
on a 2+, we do a mortal wound back to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
He does. So that means actually he would have been wounded. That I would have failed.
Oh.
I rolled a 5 on that, didn't I?
Isn't that
Yeah,
fantastic?
I rolled a 5. So I do need to roll some attrition test.
You lose 1, and then you roll attrition.
Oh, so he's dead then.
He's gone.
He's gone. Yes, sir. We did that right? I think we did.
Comment below if we didn't.
Okay, so end of the turn here for the Crimson Fists. The scores with those were, Mr. Pardo.
I believe I'm in the 50s now and you are in your 20s. Let me quickly check. I've got it open.
Yeah.
So after my primary points, which you haven't got this turn,
Yes.
I'm on 53 points to your 23 points. And that's because I've already added the 10 points for deploy scramblers, which I should do at the end of my at the end of the game, but just add them because I'm basically doing it at the end of my movement. So at the moment it's 51-23.
Right, understood. Okay, so movement-wise, these guys have shuffled onto the my side of the board. So
Yeah, and deploying scramblers. They've stayed put because I need to grab this objective, and I've just shuffled a bit to get into range for the limit eradicators.
and just shuffling up to make sure I'm on that objective later on.
Okay.
I've used hit and run for my free CP to move these bikes around the rock here, and they can still shoot.
Nice.
So hope to get a couple of wounds off him. If not, I've still got the Eradicators that are in range to fire and finish it off, giving me another 6 points there.
And you've fallen on combat with the Terminators here. They've
Yes, I've fallen down and then 1 inch back just to get out of combat there.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, shall we quickly go into the shooting? I've
Yes,
got
do
some
it.
dice ready, so let's first of all do the bikes. Hopefully I can get some wounds off. So,
okay, so these
here we-
bikes are
into
going
your-
into...
your warlord,
Okay.
because there's no one within 3 inches of him, so that's a lot of misses, but I do get the extra hits for the 6s.
And now you're
And
looking at...
5s to 1s.
Just one?
Just one wound.
Okay. No minus?
Minus 1.
Okay,
we're in the 4th round now.
2 up into a 3 up. He's okay.
Perfect. Okay, Smoker Bolt Rifle, Mastercrafted Smoker Bolt Rifle into him as well from the Lieutenant.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s, wounding on 5s, that's a wound.
Okay.
Minus 2.
So, 4 up.
Yeah.
No.
No, and this is damage 3, which takes it down to damage 2.
Ah. Okay. Do I spend my last CP? I guess I have to. 4 up. Yay! He
passes.
lives.
Okay.
Now CP.
Perfect. So he's still on 2 wounds, so I'm gonna have to put the eliminators into him.
Yep.
That's the only thing I've got in range to actually kill him. So hitting on 2s.
Okay.
I don't think I passed through any points when I see his base. So all hits. Strength 8, so I'm wounding on 3s. And that's 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Minus a lot, I imagine.
Minus 3.
Okay, so 5 up demon saves.
Yep.
No.
Both go through the damage 3 apiece, taking it down to damage 2. So that's 4 wounds, which he's dead, basically.
He's very dead.
Does he explode?
He might do. Let me quickly check.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he doesn't blow up. I think it's a stratagem, or maybe a warlord trait that allows you to blow up as well. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's like that.
So that gives me another 6 points, because obviously I've killed the character for assassinate, and
Yes.
he is a psyker for other witch. So yeah, let's carry on shooting then.
Okay.
The rest of the shots have to go into Mortarion. There's not a lot of other things I can do.
Okay.
So we've got that Relic Contemptor going into Mortarion. 4 shots hitting on 3s because he did get Miasma of Pestilence.
That's 4, you mean?
So 4, sorry, yeah.
So 2 hits.
2 hits and 3s to wounds. 2 wounds.
4 ups. Made 1. 1
Okay,
goes through.
1 goes through. D6 damage. Is 4 taking it down to 3. You can ignore them on 5s.
I think it's called Revolting Resilient. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So, but it's disgusting resilient of old. 5 ups, nothing. So
No,
3 wounds
3
down.
wounds down to 10 now.
Down to 10.
That's getting more interesting now. And that's 6 shots from the Eradicators into him as well. Hitting on 4s. Okay, 3 hits. Happy with that. And wounding on 4s because they are strength 8s. That's 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
4 ups
4
again.
ups. No,
Okay,
double
1,
1.
2. D6 damage. That's a 6 and a 3. So 5, 6, 7 wounds.
So I've got 5 here. 2 more dice.
Rainbow dice.
Rainbow dice. Okay, so say 3, so it's another 4 though, taking
Okay.
him down to 6.
6. Yeah. And lastly, we've got these Marines here. These Intercessors are also firing into him. So 5 shots,
Okay.
hitting on 4s. 2 extra hits because they are bolt weapons, so basically these become hits. And no wounds.
Okay.
1s and 2s. Okay. They can't charge because they can also they can only fire when they get in. I won't charge with the Intercessor because that means he's dead, basically. And if he dies, you'll get that objective. Whilst right now, I'm actually grabbing it off you.
This one he fell back from me, so.
Ah, yeah, true. So yeah, nothing else.
Ooh, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna be nice with you, and there should be something that you should do.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
Shake your hand and concede and go home.
No, heroically intervene with Mortarion into my guy.
Of course.
Yeah. So you get that objective as well, which you weren't getting before. Yeah. And basically remove him because he's dead. That means that you do get that objective. So as you see, I'm being nice. I'm being nice.
You are.
Um,
nice.
And that finishes off my turn. So let's quickly count how many points you would get for your primary.
Okay.
So you're holding 4 now.
Yes.
Actually, are you holding 4? Yeah, I think there.
I think I've got 3 there. Yeah.
So you're holding 4, so you would get 15 points instead.
Okay.
So we'll add them up and we'll do your movement.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, all important turn 4 here. DC just finishing off, pre-measuring some stuff. No idea what he's doing, but he's pre-measuring something.
If I kill him,
Okay.
he's not within 3 of that objective,
Okay.
but I can still maybe look at charge him. Just things like that.
Okay. He's the one that's wounded, by the way.
Oh, in that case then, ignore what I just said.
Yeah, because he's the sergeant, so
Yep.
just misplaced.
Fair enough.
So yeah, take us through your movement.
Yeah.
There's not a lot that has moved, but just take us through what's actually happened.
Yeah, it's a complete kind of Hail Mary pass at the moment.
It's nearly game for me, but there's some things that can
Little
change.
bits, yeah.
That can change the game. So we're just going to play it out and see if it actually can happen. Okay, so Mortarian's flown over that rock.
Yes, he's down to 10-inch move now.
Okay.
Because he's actually, luckily, because he's 6 wounds remaining, he's still in middle brackets by
Perfect.
1.
Mhm.
So he is a nice charge range. I think it's 7 from
7
there.
and 6.
And
into
6
these
from them.
guys, yeah.
So the idea is charge, take that objective, or contest it with the Contemptor.
Yeah.
And then these guys have just moved, so we can chop up those 3 units. That's at least 3 for grinding them down.
Okay.
Points there. And then I'm actually going to shoot at the bikes with everything from the Blight Lords to see if I can whittle those guys down.
Perfect.
If I do so, I'll hold 1, 2...
Yeah, you're going to get 15 points. Well, you already got 15 points this
Yes,
turn.
for the next
It's
turn.
for the next turn, which
Exactly.
is very important. You can't get the 3 points for your other secondary, the Death Guard specific one, right?
I can't at the moment, but
Okay.
next turn I possibly could if I charge the Blight Lords and get them onto that other objective.
Okay.
Then my next turn I'll just
Good.
contagion, exactly.
Perfect. Okay, so let's do some psychic.
Yes,
Let's do Mortarian. So Miasma Pestilence.
exactly. Massive Pestilence, and that goes off.
It's a pass.
And
And
then,
then do you want us to just smite or something, or?
I would just smite,
Mhm.
but it would be that one. Yeah, I guess it'd be unlikely to kill him.
Okay.
So let's do it. Smite
And
goes
that-
off.
yep,
D3 is 2.
So 1 is removed, and I would move not the sergeant, I will move him in the back.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now,
Okay, let's catch you back for the shooting then.
yeah.
Okay, starting off the shooting phase, we've got the Terminators firing everything into the bikers, Outriders.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to start with a combi bolters, so 4
Yep.
shots each, taking it to 28 shots.
3s. Wow, there's lots of 1s.
Okay, 1s and 2s is good.
1s and 2s is good for you,
There's
sir.
a lot up there.
Yep. And then we're now wounding on 4s because
Yes, because you do give me the -1
I do.
aura from...
At 9 inches from everything.
From everything, right? Okay.
As the sickness spreads. So 4s, oh dear.
Okay,
1,
that's
2,
not- that
3,
wasn't
4,
good at all.
5, 6, 7, 8 in total.
8 in total. Okay, let's quickly move on to this side. I've got some dice here ready. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. No minus on these, so 3 up saves. Okay, so that's 1 is down to 1 wound. So he's dead, and then the other one's down to 2 wounds. But we do have the Blight Launcher.
Yes.
So the sergeant's down to 2 wounds.
Right. Blight Launcher.
Okay.
That is 2 hits. And then it's toughness 6, so it's 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds.
Double 6 there, -2 on this. 5 ups. 1 goes through. Is it damage 2?
I believe so.
Okay,
I'll
so
quickly check.
okay. If I think he's dead, we're gonna quick check, and we'll catch you back for more shooting. I was right. It's damage 2. That means that the 2 Outriders are now removed from play. I basically have nothing now there, and these 3 characters, or 2 characters in the Hellblaster, will be removed in combat for sure. Next up, we've got Mortarian firing his lantern
Yes.
straight into the Relic Contemptor.
Straight in. So, hits on 2.
Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s because you did give him the
Self.
roll 1s in the command phase. That's a hit.
Hit. And then a 3.
3. Yes, that's still a wound, right? Yeah, it's for shit's a wound. So 5 up. Doesn't go through. It's damage 3, right?
Yes, it
Taking
is.
it down to damage 2.
Just 2.
Okay.
Anything else I can do to
So
get
it's
those
down
2
to charges now.
It is down to charges, the big
Okay,
ones.
So are you
Okay.
charging both?
I'm charging both squads.
Okay, so you need a 7.
I need a 7. And I have a CP for reroll. This is an important one. That's a 5.
That's a 5. That's a miss. If you fail, by the way, it's game.
Dun, dun, dun,
Just
dun,
wanted to put it out there.
No!
It's a 6, it's a fail, and that is because you chose both targets. If you would have chosen one, that would have been okay. So he fails his charge. Let's say that the Terminators are still going in. That's not good enough. That means that I get the 5 points needed next turn to actually 100% beat you. Shall we still play it, or do you want to call it?
It's done.
It's done.
I mean, I can't.
No, yeah, you just needed to remove me from this objective for me to not get these 5 points, and that was, yeah, basically.
I'm gonna get grinding down, chop up the characters, but then that's
I really want to kill Mortarion, but I think it's cool to leave him still alive.
Yes.
And finish off the game there, because it's basically impossible now for you to catch me on those secondary points. And basically, I probably will kill him next turn with the Eradicators, with these Eliminators, and 4 shots, 4 las cannons, removing him, getting me another 6 points plus the primary. So we'll call it there.
Great game.
Fist point there. Really good to see the Death Guard finally in action. Let's talk about it all in the end game conclusion. Coming right up.
There we have it. I'm sorry, Death Guard fans everywhere. Probably the only one that's lost.
And we are the champions, my friend. Hands in the air, guys! And we...
Still going hours later. Yeah, it was absolutely really good game.
It was
crazy. I didn't think. I was thinking by end of turn 2, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
but Mortarion is a beast. He doesn't die.
How many? Like I have like I said at the beginning, I've got units that I brought specifically because I needed them, like high damage output. The amount of units that I've fired at him turn after turn, and he's still alive. He's still on 6 wounds. Finished the game on 6 wounds, which is crazy.
But also 6 wounds, he's still really, really vicious. I think he doesn't drop that much in terms of output for the middle bracket.
Good. That's good. It's how it should be, right?
Yeah, it's how it should.
It's how it should be. Before he just used to bring him on the field and he used to die straight away, die. Now he's like Nick Goddard, one of our friends, which is a keen Death Guard player. He was right? He was like, he's a Primarch. He shouldn't die in turn 1. He shouldn't die in turn 2. He should do what he does. He's a Primarch, and we've seen in past battle reports in the last couple of weeks where we've been down in lockdown, viewing battle reports how good he is, and we've seen him today as well.
Yeah, and before in 8th edition, and even before that when we were playing in 9th with him, I didn't really like taking Mortarion because I didn't think he was worth.
Yeah, I think he was 300 and something points, and if he played against Marines or Guards or something, he would be removed off the table.
So I never liked it with him, but now he's a lot of fun to play. Yeah, there's a lot of rules going on, of course, and
but even though there's a lot of rules, they're not clunky.
No, they're not.
They've been well written, and I know he's got a lot of warlord traits, but they all work nicely together, so it's not clunky.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it flows quite nicely with him. Yeah. My most valuable unit, though, and my favourite, I think, after playing, is just the humble Plague Marine.
Yes, for sure.
Because they're just absolute tanks. I don't think the -1 damage even came into it in this game, particularly for them.
No, I'm sure it didn't.
Those bikes on that one corner just got held up by those Marines.
It's the toughness 5. They get into combat, meaning that they've got the plague rule or whatever it's called, minusing the 1 damage, so they'll hit the wounding easier.
Yes.
It's really difficult to go through them. And that's without the feel no pain, which they don't have, the disgustingly resilient, which they don't have anymore.
Well, it is. I think it's called disgustingly resilient, but it's just -1 damage.
And okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm learning, guys. It's all new to me.
It's new to me too. But the -1 toughness, brilliant.
Yes.
Because it means I was able to wound those bikes, whereas before I wouldn't be able to budge them.
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought they were really good. I think let's talk about the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Before we go off on the ramblings. I think I misplayed. I didn't shore up that 1 flank enough with the Hellbrute and
I made the most of that.
Yes,
and I think it actually won me the game.
Yeah,
making good use of. I can actually make good use of some units on that side. Remove you from this side, and and that's exactly what happened. And I believe it won me the game. Actually, it won me the game.
Yeah, my tactics changed a little bit when I didn't get first turn. I kind of you've got to play that you potentially couldn't get first turn, which is why I deployed quite defensively in terms of hiding key units and stuff.
I couldn't get you hell boots.
Yes,
turn 1.
but at the same time, if I had had turn 1, there was certain key things, positions I would have got to that, like Mortarion would have been perfect if that turn 2 hit along with the Terminators. It was things like that I had to then play on the back foot.
Yeah.
And I think I misplayed the Terminators perhaps in the corner, but I had to shift that side.
Yeah.
I couldn't fight the other flank, it was too heavy. I didn't have enough support there, but this side I thought if I could turn you, and I eventually did, because there's nothing left on the side of the board, I might be able to hold and get the
just a turn too late.
It was a turn too late.
Turn too late. But yeah, it was definitely an uphill struggle for you in this game, but really close, constantly really close. But yeah, I had the upper hand throughout the game every turn, and even though I was really happy I got first turn, but I basically did nothing. Turn 1.
Yeah, true.
But in return, you didn't do well.
No.
And then I think the game-breaking turn for myself was turn 2 when my reserves came in, removed this flank, removed a couple of hell boots as well. Which, by the way, I just want to mention how much better hell boots are.
Yes.
Survivability is much better. We've got a couple of stratagems, so we're happy to see, because as you see, we've got 3 of them.
We have got 3
in the studio. So
yeah, they're brilliant. That's why I wanted to bring them, because as soon as I saw in the book, I was like, oh. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
-1 damage, the frenzies changed with the rerollable ones. It didn't really affect this game, but still, they're useful. I think for the points.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I really like the Hellblasters on my side as well. I think they've been the man of the unit of the match for me. Removing hell boots, removing some key wounds off Mortarion. They've been underperforming, but this time they've actually performed. Obviously, there's not of tax to it. I need to give them the full rerolls from the Chapter Master and Ancient with Chief Apothecary beside to bring guys back. But yeah, they've done pretty well. I think your Terminator units, having 10 of them in a unit was a bit too much. Splitting into 2 units.
2 to 5.
2 units of 5 to get a bit of board control. You could have brought 1 into where you brought them, and then 1 to give me a bit of a...
I'll be honest, I did it because it looked cool.
Yes.
But you're right, maybe tactically, I mean, it wasn't the most... optimize a list or anything. It was more of a combination of what we have. Like I mentioned at the start, we haven't got a lot of the elite choice characters, which we want to get in to really show the Death Guard off more. But yeah, I wanted to show off the 10 blobs, see how they worked. I think you got super lucky with your Contemptors when I last cannoned and failed entirely to damage the 1 on the 1 flank, and then on the other turn when Mortarion jumped into that Contemptor.
Yeah, it saved so many. There was a couple of times where I saved like more than 75% of my rolls. Units that should have died didn't die, and then there was, I think it was turn 2 where your Demon Prince failed that 6-inch charge with a reroll as well. That was game changing as well. So a lot of bits throughout the game that were really cool to see. And I hope you guys at home also enjoyed it, because we've really enjoyed it. I'm really happy. Even though I don't play Death Guard and I don't play Chaos, I'm really happy with what they've done with Death Guard.
Me too. I think overall the Contagion stuff is really fun and interesting, and that's because it is like that sickness moving across the board, where that disease wherever you go, it's
so cool. I can just imagine it. It's so cool.
And it works really well as a game mechanic. There's overall very happy with the codex.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
There's like nitpicky stuff, but nothing that's major enough.
Yeah.
I think Death of the False Emperor would be nice.
Yeah, maybe you can talk about it in
my Chaos Council.
Chaos Council on SM Plus. Yeah. So yeah, there we have it.
Speaking of SM Plus, great segue.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we have extra content available on our website and on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
You might see a little join button when you're watching right now somewhere. Unless it's on a phone, then you probably won't. But there is a join button there. You hit that and you get access to more battle reports. We also have reviews. We have some other stuff coming out soon. Painting tutorials and various quiet things. But it does 2 things. It allows us to build our SM Plus community, because we have a Discord which you can get access to. But on top of that, it helps us do things like, for example, improve the Death Guard army that we want to get more units for. It helps us with keeping the lights on and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
so,
just support us in general, which is always great to see.
So a big huge thank you to all the SM Plus supporters. We've had a bunch since we started up the YouTube, option.
Yeah, it's much easier to view, right?
Yeah, exactly.
From
So
the TV, straight from the TV, and yeah.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's how I do it most of the time anyway. But yeah, so you can do that there. So consider joining. And like I said, really appreciate all the SM Plus subscribers we have. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Actually, very soon, probably.
Very soon.
I'm going to bring word bearers, I think.
And I'm playing the Dark Angels.
Ooh. So appreciate watching, guys, and we'll see you again soon.